Okay, we should have everything up and going. Let's give this a little... What's happening? Boys, Champions League! We're back! We're going to get fucking smashed. What's good? We're here. We're going to have optimism until 3 minutes in, but until that point, we're here and we're going to be enjoying ourselves. What's happening? Hope yous are well. We'll always shout out the first one. How you doing, Ryan? I think you're a new face. I'm not too sure if you are, but happy with a draw. Would be fucking buzzing with a draw, personally. We'll get into the kind of talking points in a moment, Chief, but I hope you're well. How you doing, Doug? Nice to see you as well. You're just looking at the league. A draw would be massive. Indeed it would be. It would keep us on very solid pace and still keep the percentages as qualifying respectably high. So, again, we'll cover those points very, very momentarily, but hope you're well as well. How you doing, Robert? Nice to see you, man. Come on, your boys in green is a good summarisation of the part. You're a Partick Thistle fan for Dundee. You just copied your Glaswegian dad. Honestly, fair enough. And you're backing the Celts for a draw. I really respect the optimism for most parts, honestly, lads, genuinely. That's really nice to see out the gate. Gives me some form of optimism where there isn't usually a lot. But this is a good one. This is a very interesting one. We're up against Atalanta today, so for all intents and purposes, this is going to be a bit of a clash. We're also joined, of course, in case you haven't read the description yet, we're joined by Flash. He'll be joining us and kind of pipping in every now and then with analytical advice, so to speak. Of course, you know, he's one of our mods, been here a long time. He's even been on a couple of streams before, so if you would like to, please go into the description. His YouTube channel's there. You can kind of subscribe to him and kind of go through all the links from there if you would like to. And links just came up there. Use the Discord link too. But yeah, this one's going to be pretty good, honestly. I'm not sure how this one will kind of play out, but as he was talking about the table, is a pretty interesting one, and we'll give you a little look at that momentarily. But of course, based on the results last night, Aston Villa did well. They managed to kind of extend their lead pretty comfortably at the end in their match, but you know, they're the only team that so far stayed perfect of the teams that have played the three. But there's a couple to rattle on tonight, and again, one of the teams that are still undefeated is the team we're playing tonight, Atalanta. So this one is going to be an interesting one. They were still looking to keep their unbeaten run pretty much alive and well. We have lost, and we lost pretty drastically up against Dortmund, but to be quite frankly honest, that was always kind of, you know, we knew we were going to lose that game. Maybe not by 7, you know, that's not exactly ideal to concede 7 in any type of game, but it is what it is, you know what I mean. It's fine. We still have 3 points as it is. We need to bounce back, get something from this, and like a lot of people are arguing, a point would do very, very decent. And as Jock says there, defence is going to be an interesting one as well. How you doing, Snitch? Nice to see you. And how you doing as well, Stephen? Nice to see you as well, man. This one's going to be good. For all intents and purposes, it's going to be fucking interesting. But a win for Celtic would do us quite smashing. It would send us flying back up that kind of part of the table. Certainly maybe not into the top 8, but maybe top 12. Should results go our way, of course. But, I mean, who knows? For now, we just have to keep ourselves a little bit optimistic and hope for the best. But lineups wise, I'm sure you're kind of keeping a tab on them on the side as well. There's some really interesting ones there. We're going, how you doing, James? Nice to see you as well. It's nearly Christmas and we could do a miracle. We'd need a few of them before that point, let's be fully honest. But I mean, yeah, this one's going to be pretty good for so many reasons. I mean, if we get a positive start, we can do something. I mean, for those that are in the Discord, Flash put up a little thing. It's an unlisted video on his channel where we basically gave like our opinions and runs down, and the one thing that we'd kind of both agreed on is overlaps are going to be pretty crucial for this. But for those that are in early, we'll give you the kind of lineups before the actual game kicks off in about 8-9 minutes from now. But it's pretty straightforward for Atalanta. You would imagine with their lineup, they're going to play with that kind of rotatory fluid system that they're so well known for. But the key players to kind of keep an eye out for, we know them: Paslic, Lookman, obviously the Tegway's another good one, as well as Apacosta can cause a lot of damage. Kolasinac was maybe not going to be declared for this game because he had a viral or something, I get an illness, but he has been declared fit enough to start, so he will be playing in this game. And of course the rest of them can certainly do a lot of damage too. So I mean, when you look at it like that, I think it's going to be pretty good. They'll line up to do exactly what's necessary. They'll kind of keep themselves flat. You know the approach that an Italian side will have, right? They're going to want to have as much of the ball as possible. They'll keep it as flat, concise, controlled and composed as they can. Celtic will have to basically kind of pencil the ball at every opportunity and try and get it forward as fast as possible, which is probably why, for those that haven't seen it, we've done this. Ida starts for us. It's not Kyogo that gets the nod. I mean, when we did our predicted lineups, it was pretty much player for player, exactly how we've seen it besides the starter, but honestly, I don't think it's the worst call. I think Ida makes sense with the kind of big physical presence that he might be able to bring, but again, he would have to have some match to justify, you know, being in this team, because I mean chances are going to be few and far between. But again, bench options aren't bad. They obviously have some cracking ones themselves, some that would probably be very comfortably in our starting 11, but we do have bench options that we can rely on should we need them as well. Of course, you know, big Scott Bain, should we need him, he'll probably get some minutes. I absolutely hope he never touches a football pitch again. But the rest of them, yeah, honestly, Palma, Verashi, definitely some substitute options we can look at. Vritsky and McCowan if we're looking for more defensive angle ones, and of course the usual suspect in Yang and Bernardo as well, because they always tend to get minutes in these kind of Champions League affairs. And like I said, even a point would do us fantastic. You know, I would not complain about it in any aspect or sense. If we can get that, great. But it's going to be a toss-up for so many fucking reasons, you know. Some goals in the first half would be good. We would kind of want a similar start to what we had at Dortmund, you know, the first 10 minutes where it's just a little bit kind of test and pull, you know what I mean. Celtic were in the game up until that point, I would say. So if we can do that for the whole 90, sure, we can certainly cause some problems, you know what I mean. Hey there, Minnie, nice to see you, Chief, hope you're well. But yeah, I mean, when you look at this on paper, Atalanta are strong favourites. They're the betting favourites. They are quite comfortably across the board. The, you know, massive fucking, you know, favourites to take this game as a whole. Celtic are huge underdogs. But at the same time, I have faith up until we concede. You know, I like to keep my faith until there's a reason not to keep it. So we'll be kind of having our fingers crossed until that point. We need a fighting force for the boys. Well, that's probably why Ida gets the nod today, Aaron, just to give us a bit more of a physical player that can cause some problems for Atalanta, and certainly at least, you know, force the issue once or twice, because you can catch Italian teams defensively cold sometimes, but I don't think Atalanta would be the type of team that would allow that to happen too often. So when those chances do come, he has to be switched on. We're off for a few birthday shirts, it's absolutely love it. You enjoy yourself, Mark, you have a lovely time. We'll bring Flash in now, because I think realistically you'll have an opinion or two of his own for sure. So, I mean, we gave our predictions. Atalanta are strong favourites, so the kind of consensus between me and Flash is that this is either going to be like a 3-1 and maybe a best case scenario 1-1 draw kind of territory, honestly. But the boys are getting ready to come out, they're ready to start balling. They look in good form, they look in good stead, but again, the game against Aberdeen at the weekend probably hasn't given us the greatest indication that this is going to be a particularly comfortable match. If we're going to get anything out of this, we're going to have to really dig in. Let's be honest, we're going to need a lot of things to work in our favour, man. I'm not saying it's going to be as bad as like Barcelona 2012, 2013. It's not going to be that desperate, admittedly, but we will need a lot of things to go away. Atalanta will need to squander a lot of chances. We're going to need to keep them defensively stifled as much as possible. And more importantly, above all else, we need to take our chances when they come, because if we don't, Atalanta will just fucking walk right through us and make us pay. So the more we keep them quiet, the better it is for us. You think it'll be a 2-2 draw? I don't honestly disrespect that. The major consensus is that people are optimistic enough to think we can get a point, which I'll absolutely take. I mean, Atalanta fucking... The Gewiss Stadium's absolutely packed out. Granted, it's not exactly the biggest stadium in Italy, in Bergamo, to be honest. I don't even think it is the biggest stadium in Bergamo. But the Celtic fans are in fine voice. A couple of thousand of them have travelled over, as you would usually expect for a Celtic side away in Europe. And for all intents and purposes, I am fucking ready for this. Maeda looks fired up. Kun looks ready to go, man. He's got his hands really... He's like the ass man back in Axis territory. We're ready to ball, man. Scales looks ready to go. Atai looks ready to go. Valet looks like a mix of Rogic and Tierney for some reason right now. I don't know what the fuck's going on with his hair, but we'll love to see it, man. Maybe it plays like them both. And of course our skipper's ready to go. And Atalanta's side is strong. They're capable. They can cause us some problems. It's going to be a very interesting start. But yeah, in terms of predictions, this is open to interpretation. I feel like if Celtic start quickly, maybe we get that 1-1 draw. That would be fantastic. But we have to play defensively sound. There is no fucking half measures or half options. We have to play ball. You know what I mean? And like I said, we will be joined every now and then for little analytical pieces of wisdom from our boy Flash, and hopefully hopefully they listen to us and we can get a win. That'd be fantastic. But Atalanta's lineup is as follows: Tiernacheski starts in between the sticks, Sharik Kalajnian, Hein and Dmitri, I think is how you pronounce it. I really don't know that last one, there's just a bunch of letters. But Zappa Costa, Ederson, Darun and Belanova are their midfield flatline four, but the rotationary players to kind of keep an eye out for it is that midfield anchor point in Pasalic, with Lukman and Retegui being their front two. But bear in mind, they will rotate as threes, as ones, as whatever they need to do. That's the thing about the really fluid dynamic side. They know what they're doing. Celtic's lineup very much is what you would expect for this type of game, but honestly, the one change that we have made could be a make or break type of decision from Brendan Rodgers. And of course, Gasperini will be a little bit more switched on with his boys tactically. He's been fantastic this season in Europe. Like we said, he's got a pretty respectable track record, 3-0 I believe against Shakhtar, and a pretty respectable 0-0 draw against Arsenal. We have been at the extremes of both ends in our two games. 5-1 win against Bratislava and a 7-1 defeat against Dortmund. But Schmeichel starts in between the sticks. Valet, Scales, Trusty and Johnston are our back four, and hopefully they're strong enough to put in a decent shift today with Rio Atati, Callum McGregor and of course Angel starting on the right hand side of the midfield. He could be a key piece for us today. In the front three, while changed, look strong enough to potentially do the job. It's Maeda, Kuhn and of course Aramaida. Hopefully we get a good result, hopefully we do what needs to be done, and maybe, just maybe, we ball. For once, it would be lovely to see us ball, but the stats are not looking good. We have not won our last fucking, what was the stats I was seeing in the insights? We have not been very good when it comes to playing Italian teams, right? 7 defeats in the last 8 and an aggregate score loss of 15-1, so for us to break that in a game like this would be fantastic, do not get me wrong. How you doing, Crowtails? Nice to see you, man. And DD, how you doing, Virtual? Hope you're well, brother. You're confident in another whooping. You don't know 50. If 30 if we get a win, right? Fuck it, you're on, Crowtails. We'll take you up on that bit, but I'm kind of in the same boat. I feel like this is a draw written all over it, but Celtic are going to get the ball rolling. We have kicked off. It's time to go. Let's hope for a fucking respectable performance. Scales is immediately going to send it high. Maeda tries his best to win the header, and Celtic for now will immediately be giving the ball away, so that's never a fantastic start. It has taken us about 15 seconds to make a very, very decisive error. Long ball across from Atalanta and it will sail high and wide, but that is not a promising start down that left hand flank. Retegui was not really, I probably wasn't really warmed up enough to be firing in and across at that space that fucking fast, but we move. You put 5-0 Atalanta onto the bookies, I don't even blame you, honestly. We have faith until there's a reason, but look at the win probability is 69% to Atalanta. That should tell you everything you need to know. You know what I mean? Well, wow. That's
David coming in there and saying that Ida, goodness sake. No, it's for the physical presence, David.
Well,
with their back three that turns into a back five whenever they're in the defensive shape.
It's about how Celtic approaches this one, because again, when you're playing away from home, Atalanta will play that pressing style of football. They'll keep themselves pretty confident, at least, to be able to kind of pick the ball from us in a game with the way Gasperini's sides play. They're very tactical, they're very approachable teams. They like to bait you in with little switches, and that's a good potential break from us, but well dealt with in the end from the back line of Atalanta. Not taking too many risks with that. Kolasinac just heads it back safely. And this is where Celtic's pressing game might come in clutch, and it nearly works out there. A slight loose pass, so there will be a chase down. And we do so it's good work. Again, no real complaints there at all. I like that. Doesn't necessarily work out that time, but if we keep doing stuff like that for the whole 90, there's always potential for us to do something that's respectably dangerous. I think it will just more or less to kind of test the physicality of the back pairing at the centre positions for Atalanta, because again, Ida can at the very least step in and force them to kind of bait themselves in a little. And again, with the way Atalanta are shaped up, they're very fluid, so you can kind of catch them out once or twice. That's a good ball over the top, well dealt with and taken down. They don't take too many risks with that one and get it clear in the end. It's decent from us. Should be a foul in Celtic's favour, and we get it. Could have been dangerous, but we get there. How you doing, Stephen? Nice to see you, brother. Hope you're well. And to want to Celtic, nice to see you guys. Hope you're well, my guy. Wait, Celtic's
still sticking to his guns that he said to us.
Celtic's win probabilities went up 1%, boys. We're in it. We're in the. Oh, that's a lovely pass. Actually, there's a potential break. Here we go, Dyson. How's he going to take this one? It's about the sidestep you'd imagine if he can cut inside. Right idea, not so bad.
No?
I think it might have bounced back off my head. It's a little unlucky, but we like to see that. An error for Atalanta and an error for Celtic at the beginning of that one. Atalanta let him in a bit too easily there, but got a little lucky with the touch. Fair play for Atalanta, they held the line well. He's needing to dye his hair again. I know it's not blonde enough. Realistically.
Or bald.
Oh. Well dealt with by Valet, not taking any risks there. I love how Gareth has just become like a community celebrity. Everyone's like, oh, hello. You got barred for YouTube earlier. Ah, fantastic. I hope you didn't do anything that was too bad, man. And there's Lookman, play it in central, look for opportunities, sends it high. Should be gathered comfortably in the end. Villanova just about gets that under control. Simple pass across the back line. There could be a shape pass coming in here for Atalanta. They have to be a little bit careful. Celtic do read the line and they do head it back across them, so they'll have to reshape and go again in some aspects. A little bit more comfortable for Celtic. We're not trying to do anything too great out the gate, which is again what you would expect away from home. Sent high, flicked on. There's going to be a bit of a chase down. Takes a very fortunate bounce, and Atalanta might be able to shovel this under control. It's a loose touch. Rio does well to step ahead of his man in time, and there's a ball over the top. Well cut out, but there's still a bit of pressure on. Kuhn will force the issue. Well dealt with in the end, I think, by Shimiti there. It was a well placed comment. Okay. If he wants to stay at the end of the season, I don't think it would be a bad signing. We'll see how he kind of deals with this game. These are the kind of games where you get tested.
My best friend says who's away to the pub right now just said, keep the faith, don't worry. As we'd say, we are Celtic supporters, faithful through and through.
Lovely
I like
pass.
that.
Just about cut out. There's a potential break forward for Atalanta. There's going to be a bit of a body battle. Skills loose touch first time round. Did they keep it in playing time? I think he did.
He kept it in. Oh, he did.
Fair play, but
It looked, I'm not going to lie, it looked at first glance.
lovely pass down the right hand side. How's the touch? Controlled, but still doesn't really get it under with the second touch. So Atalanta win the ball. We'll just pop it out and they'll have a chance in a final third to throw it in. Zappacosta immediately plays it back across the defensive line, so they're trying to play the pincer. Like I said, this is where the fluid dynamic style really kicks into fifth gear and they can start to kind of put some bodies on us, cause some problems. No, well, happy birthday to you, Mark. Hope you have a good one. That's a good taking touch for Atalanta out towards the right hand side. They're just kind of playing around us for now, keeping the ball in triangles. No taking more than a few touches before playing it on, which is pretty much smart. It always forces Celtic to move. But we have survived 6 minutes, so that's already better than what we did against Dortmund. We'll take it. Switched brilliantly though, and this could be a potential Villanova with the cross. It's high, awkward, not really dealt with by Atalanta in the best way possible. Just kind of popped it back down into the central area. Cleared away by a Celtic shot, but not necessarily dealt with. Atalanta still have it very much in our area. Ball over the top is dangerous. Header's a little less dangerous, and it's into the hands of Schmeichel, and he basically kills the situation dead. Spreads it out from the back, and Celtic, if we're going to have to attack, this might be the opportunity because there's already 4 men behind the ball. McGregor. Good central pass. Two-one Celtic, you think the overall prediction is? It's not a bad prediction. I like to kind of, I have optimism, but again, if I'm thinking logically, best case scenario, this ends like 1-1. You know what I mean? Delight Valley. I enjoy love crosses. Honestly, it's nice to have a fallback that's actually quite consistent with what they're meant to do. What a ball! Go! Please! Oh, you bitch. Janacheski was just about smart enough to get out in time. Ida was there. That's why he's on the pitch. Atalanta have break forward now, good chance for them. It's a takedown out the box and there's a chance for them to do something dangerous.
Johnston, there's no need to make that tackle, bud.
7 minutes into the game and the fucking Canadians in the book. How you doing, Alan? Nice to see you, man. Likewise with you, Harry. We're most likely in the same boat, man.
Just keep your feet there, like. There's no need to make that, like, type of tackle.
Little silly, you shouldn't ever do that type of challenge to an Italian. They will go down like a sack of potatoes. And Atalanta will have a chance to do some real damage here. A potential fucking strong cross, and there might be danger zones already. First big chance of the game might be coming in. Oh, there you go. We've only got the 2 set up into the wall. Let's see where this one goes. Swung in by Atalanta, headed away by the first man. Good stuff, Rio. Popped back in. No one's please. Stop just hooking it, lads. You need to get it down and away. That's lovely. Good work for Ida. At least he's trying to do what he can here. There's a chase down. Kuhn's on that. He's on that! He's still on that! Go, please! Please! Oh, it's a corner!
Please! My God!
Nicholas, man, he was so good. He did brilliantly get past his man. Just about gets caught out in the end. It's a well-timed challenge. Really well-timed challenge for their 13, and it's going to be a corner kick for us. So if we one into the other, potential danger for this corner is only played it short, which we've been kind of known to do. So we might have to play this across fast. But instead, we're just going to bait them in. There is that looping cross. Is a little less dangerous than we would have liked. And Atalanta, what a clearance in fairness, takes no chances with that one, and Celtic will have to kind of build from the halfway line. Kolasinac puts his hand out, but honestly, a very good clearance. 2-0 Celtic is your prediction, I respect it. Who's the other voice? On the other side of the voice, if you go into the description, his channels there. It's Flash, he's one of my moderators. I kind of bring him in occasionally for just little streams that he's available for. He's, you know, he's in the Green Brigade. He's usually at the most Celtic games, so...
Home games, yep.
It's a good work for skills. I don't mind the way we've started this game at all, but just need to calm it down in the midfield a little sometimes. There's a lovely pass into space, good touch for Ida. Like I said, that step-in play is going to do us good for the day. Honestly, I like that. And again, it comes in clutch. Brilliant pass forward. Potential break here. Lovely hold up for Rio. Lovely pass for Rio as well, but well cut out in the end. No real problems for Atalanta, but you can see the idea there. I like that, honestly. There was nothing wrong with the pass, just maybe a little poorly executed. Flash is absolutely sound as hell. He's actually trying to, well, he's just started his YouTube channel, or at least he's going to be like trying to do stuff on there a bit more often. So if you go down into the description, you can subscribe. Right now he's like 1 half of 50, so if you want to help him at that, then someone just go and give him a quick sub right now. Just click on his little channel badge thing, or the description in the box, and you can. And there you go. That's very kind of you, Shane. There's a ball across the back line for Atalanta.
Appreciate it.
There's that exchange switch for Atalanta. Good, really good control touch. In fairness, didn't really let too much.
I do like the fact that Brendan seems to like actually be a little bit more pragmatic from a Brendan Rodgers side.
There seems to be a bit more of a pressing intent.
Saying that, they're through, and well done, Liam Scales.
No real hassles there. Gets the rebound.
Got a tick out of that.
It's an interesting one for us so far. I have to say, Atalanta haven't done anything that's particularly too threatening, but neither have Celtic, you have to say. We've both had the 1 or 2 half opportunities inside the box that just really haven't bounced or been controlled the right way. A loose pop-up header, I'd say, has been Atalanta's best chance. It was straight into the hands of Schmeichel, and for us, obviously, was Kuhn's off-the-ball run that could have honestly provided a bit more. That's a lovely hold-up Ida is doing. He's really got his tactics down. I love that for him. And for some... How the fuck did he win the ball back? Lovely stuff from Ida. He just went, fuck it, have the ball, I win it back for fun. Wants to get defensive training in. Off to see it. Lost, oh, brilliant steal for Scales as well, by the way. We're really doing brilliant to keep them pressed. The pass is shit for Scales, but the pressing game's engaged again. Atalanta realise that they have to step in and take an extra bit of fucking control with this one, so they just run towards the right hand side. We'll try and switch it to the right hand side, I should say. There is the switch. Bellanova out towards the right, crossed, awkward, looping, headed away, still not really cleared, so there could be a quick cross. Lays it off towards the edge of the D. That's a brilliant ball. Oh my god, big chance. Atalanta goes past the face of the post. Retegui just didn't get outstretched enough. Don't know if he would have been offside. We'll kind of confer right now. He probably would have been with his arm. Didn't really get the control under it. I respect the move though. He had the right idea. Schmeichel probably would have had it covered at the near stick for once, so that's nice. You'd say that's one of Atalanta's stronger chances.
You know what's definitely also playing to our favour? The fact that it's really, like, wet on this pitch.
Oh, okay, well, that could have been a lot less dangerous than it looked, honestly, but Lookman kind of got a half bounce off of that one, rolled straight in the hands of Schmeichel again. Seems to be a magnet in the man's gloves right now because it's finding its way through to him every time. Lovely layoff touch for Retegui, by the way, I didn't even realise that the first time round. Here's McGregor.
Right, come on, boys.
I like this. He's looking for the pass. Ah, just a good cut out again. I can see the idea, but we need to be a bit more converted with the ball. We can't just keep doing that because Atalanta will grow in confidence the more that they have control of the game. It's very straightforward stuff. Is that your sound, Shane? Who do you think will win, I'm guessing you're trying to say? In my head right now, this kind of feels like a game that could have a draw written all over it. But, like I said, I feel like if anyone's probably got a winner right now, as from what I've seen so far, I'd say both teams deserve like a point. Honestly. Like Celtic haven't came here and just sat in, which is very nice to see. We haven't really played a desperate game at all. We're not giving the ball away through stupid means. We're trying to give away, you know, the only time we do give them away, I should say, is when we're playing really like clever passes. There is another example of that. How's your touch, wee man? I respect it. Tried to cut it in. Oh, okay. The cross was...
Did Vale go for goal there?
I'm pretty sure it was a mix between either a cross or a shot. He might have just decided to say fuck it and go for goal there. It was saved with a lot of power. He did go for goal, you know, and it was not far wide. I tell you what, the camera angle didn't justify how close that actually was, by the way. That was a great challenge for Trusty, actually. See on that replay? Even our shite players are actually dangerous.
Yes, Stephen, I am. The weather is like playing into our hands a little bit. Especially when we go forward with this press. Although, okay, we've won the ball back.
Maeda does indeed look up for it. The entire squad does so far. But we can't keep giving the ball away like that. And again, it's a skipper with a mistake, which is never ideal. You want to set the tone and the standard, especially if you're the skipper. Ball over the top for Atalanta, no danger on it though. And Ledea can just basically cement themselves to the fact that was a very poor ball in behind. And the boys can set themselves up and try and go again.
We just need to stay like this, Virtual. Like, stay pretty solid.
Keep it PC, David, but fair enough, mate. I would imagine so. Switch tie for Schmeichel. How's the control? That does at least try and force the issue. Doesn't necessarily win it. What if you just let a man stand free? You've got two overlapping now. This is where Atalanta's strength is. You've got a guy standing entirely on the left-hand side of that field on not, man. Oh my god, look at him, he's been standing there alone for 10 seconds, he's got the ball now, that's not fucking good, man. There's the cross. Fucking hell, man, that's what I'm saying, we need to fucking look for those, man. That could have been bad. We just about survived the initial wave of pressure, but there's another tidal wave incoming. It's not a fucking blue wave, it's a dark blue and black wave. It's been sent high in and again, off the bar and off the line, not really dealt with, and over the bar for Atalanta. Big chance for them. That could have been one. Those overlaps down the wing, once again, could have been problematic, and we fucking survive a big scare there. Massive chance.
A bit of a bomb scare there.
Oof, Darun was there on the follow-up to try and nod that in, but couldn't really get the neck muscles to keep it down. Just pops it up over its passage. Sorry, my bud. Just about couldn't get it to down, and immediately we're trying to play out for the back again. Lads, did you not learn your mistakes for literally 2 seconds ago? Come on, keep it composed. Do it well done literally 5 minutes ago. Stop getting fucking baited into what they want to do. Stop playing their game. Schmeichel. To trust, I do not like this. We have to send it far now.
Stop
Scales.
playing it around the back, holy crap.
Yeah, and then we just give the ball away, silly. Like, what the fuck's the point in that then? But that is silly as shit, man. That is prime Dortmund ball. Played out towards the right hand side, and Atalanta again just using the overlapping system down that right hand side this time. Villanova using Retegui as the offloader. Played into Retegui. There is a good lay back. Well
Rio.
cut out for Rio. Positionally aware. Lovely switch pass as well. He's got it down to Nicholas. Ball forward. Ida's going to have a bit of a hold-up battle.
Adam needs help.
This is where his physicality could come in use though. Or maybe not, he just gets shoved off the ball like he didn't even fucking exist. Fair enough. Atalanta just get to walk forward with it as well, so brilliant, I suppose. That was a very weird passage. Skills really had to kind of deal with that pressure a wee bit better. I'm not going to lie to you boys, but that is what it is. So far we're still alive though. I don't know if you just want me to do this so you could see the stats. Would that be better for you? But nah, because then you can't see the scoreline and that would be pointless, so I'm just going to do that instead. Rio and Maeda having respectably good games. And as much as it might be weird to say, Trusty as well. Positionally the guy's woke up, he's not getting dragged out as stupidly as before. That's not a foul. That is not a foul. Lookman's a diving wee bitch there, man. What the fuck are you talking about? Right at the edge of the D, let me see, did he fall over for Finnair? Wow, you diving me fuck. Nothing else to say to that, man. That's classic Italian football. Cheating bastard syndrome. Well, there we go. They've got a free kick for about 20 yards out. That's... If they score for this, I swear to God, man, that just sums up everything that we have experienced this season in a nutshell. We've got a couple lining up to take this one. I think it's a mix between Darun and I think Retegui that's lining up to maybe potentially hit this one. I just don't like it because they've got their hands all over us and it's fine, but I mean, Lookman did not even get touched there, man. Like, Johnston decks at first and everything. It's just a very confusing sequence. Headed away, not really dealt with any... with any sort of vigour, honestly, but Villanova plays it back and they'll try and build again. Celtic engage the press, nearly catch them out, and to be fair, Rio has done very well there. At least wins the ball back and allows Celtic to reset their shape at the kind of expense of allowing Atalanta to do the same. Maybe start playing a bit fair now, man. I don't really like to see that. I wouldn't agree that he's a long-term solution, David. I feel like Trusty's just... yeah. Well, you say it's Italian. It's not really the Italian. It's, you know, Lookman's English. Oh, what a ball. Chase it, Maeda. How's your touch? Fucking superb. I love that second touch. It's a corner. I think he might have forced it.
Yeah, it's a corner, mate.
I don't know if it pipped off with Villanova or Maeda. We'll take it, though. Good shift for the Japanese man. We have survived 20 minutes in Italy.
We've got some height this game. I would love us to just put a corner in instead of these short corners that I've seen all weekend.
That's why we've got our man swinging this one in, and Gilles is going back stick with this every day of the week. Might be an offloading runner, but you've got McGregor at the edge of the box for the spill out as well. There it is, back post, and it's just about, it's still awkward though. Not really dealt with. Celtic could get there potentially. We get involved in the play, we keep the pressure on. That's nice, we'll take that. A lot of teams do, mate. A lot of teams do, Joseph. That should be a throw-in for us. Looked like it went out of play, but if we wave play on, that should be a foul for us. Referee waves play on.
No advantage? Oh, now he's giving it.
Do we have a crack? Valet. Valet. Nice. And gels. Shimmies it. Shot! Oh, good save. Really good save. He had to be aware of that one. In fairness, Kernicheski with a strong stop. Big left hand to that one. Celtic's first big chance of the game because it was a well taken shot for the Belgian. Got out by the Italian in kind though. Very good stop. And now Atalanta have a chance to potentially go forward themselves, but they'll play around the kind of back right triangle, so to speak, right now. Any suggestions for food? I don't know. I was going to suggest... Oh, there's a chance. Oh my god!
What a save!
I wouldn't really call that a good save as a lucky fucking place shot, because that was straight down the throat at Schmeichel again. He places that either side, that is a goal. That is a big fucking miss. Schmeichel just about closes his legs quick enough, man. You can tell he's Scandinavian. Got those leg muscles moving as fast as possible to close his legs in time, and it just about works. But once again, big bomb skill, lovely layoff. Maybe we're trying to go forward now. There's a cut-off chance. Kuhn's done well. Oh, that's a lovely challenge as well, though, for fuck's sake. There's a brilliant ball through to follow. They've won. Oh, Trusty, don't do this now, man. Don't do this now. Keefe, thank you for the sub, mate. Very much appreciated. We love that.
This is the little gaps we were talking about yesterday.
Layering shot. I'm more than happy to head this one up. And Shane subscribed to Flash as well. We'll love to see that. Appreciate anyone that's helping either of us out. If we can get to 1460 by the end of the day, bless. But if you're already subscribed, just like the stream. Best thing you can do to help us. Just get yourself a fucking, you know, meeps, haggis and ties. Refuse to eat anything that's Italian based right now. Lovely ball inside. Please hold them up, Scales. Does hold them up well enough. And we do eventually. Well, that's a bit of a weird touch for Rio. Does about get it under control. Runs away with it. Lovely side pass. And Ida didn't really set his feet to really counter the run in time. So it's going to be set forward by Atalanta once again. Ball in behind, awkward, good take, control, touch, lovely move for Atalanta. They're still, it's a very awkward one. That should be a foul for... Is this referee on fucking crack or what, man? He's not giving us shit, but they're giving them everything. Rio's getting stepped all over, no fouls given. Atalanta have a chance into the box. Shot over the bar. What the fuck is this cunt doing?
Ridiculous.
One or two, like again, Lookman doesn't even get touched and it's a goddamn foul. They're fucking standing and stepping all over Rio. Nothing there. And they nearly got a goal for it. It's a little unlucky for Zappacosta. You got to say the ball into the box was lovely. The shot down, he just kind of pips it into the ground and it bounces up and over, but they shouldn't have really got the chance. There should have been a foul about 5 seconds, 6 seconds beforehand. Don't know what this referee's game's about, but he seems to be giving one fucking side a lot more of the favourable calls. Ida's starting to lose every loose touch now. Come on, man.
Unlucky, Dowson. Yeah, keep going, me man.
Still running across covers, basically the entire fucking front third. Doesn't work out, but I respect that. Good hustle, sent into the box again for Atalanta. Headed on, not really dealt with though, so there's a chase down and it should be comfortable enough. Corner kick Atalanta. This is a bit desperate, man. Only this. I wouldn't say they're hammering us right now, mate. It's still very open and expansive. We're just giving the ball away loosely again. May stable that pressure. Atalanta send it into the box. Popped away. Just get someone to put tomato sauce on a pizza. Just them in the corner. Oh, Mamma mia, oh my god. No, not like this. That's a good ball into the box for Atalanta though. Speaking of Mamma mia, it could be a fucking situation for us. Played out right. Villanova has it. Played inside. Good taking touch. Pasalic, lovely switch across the box. It's going to be taken down. How have you let that get through? Fucking hell, Johnston, wake up, son. And we do about gather and go again. That could have been dangerous. I then look at nice to see him it.
Oh, that's unlucky. You know what? That's unlucky.
Where's the ref from? Honestly, I didn't.
It just goes a little bit in front of him.
I don't know where the referee's from. Trusted genuinely has been solid so far. I'm not going to shit on him at all.
Well, okay. What country's initials are BIR? Because that's where he's from.
Oh, Bosnia and Herzegovina, I believe. Bosnian refs.
And his two assistants on, well, I don't know what his assistants are, but the two on VAR are German.
The more you know.
I did catch that before the game.
Gasparini doesn't look too happy. He's kind of got his arms in the air about something there. I'm not too honestly sure. Hey then, Alan, nice to see you, brother. Hope you're well. Hope you're enjoying yourself. We've got more than 50 odd people in here right now, so thank you very much for anyone that's joining us. We do love that for a midweek game that's relatively early in the night. Watching the stream with a mate
from Figo incident virtual? Right, got you.
Watching this stream with a mate from Hong Kong. Oh, absolutely love to see that, man. You can't get the game over there. Oh, that's a rip. Well, I'll do my best to make it as interesting for you as possible, but right now it's very side to side. No one's really trying to go for a pincer attack. It's very midfield based right now, but we do have the ball in the final third. Is there a potential long cross here, maybe? Which might be the play, but we go back inside. We do have a lot of bodies in the final third. We seem to be trying to overlap and overload them ourselves now. Doing what they did to us.
Right.
But the ball's
Why
just
is Valle just like standing so far up? He needs to like get back after going up so far.
How have we played so far? I would say we played okay with moments of very stupid decisions. Like the attacking pressing has been fantastic. Defensively, we've not made too many errors, but we're just giving Atalanta a lot of the easy passes. You know, we're not really trying to give them anything too complex to think about, and that makes it easy for them to kind of defend us sometimes. But besides the point, that's a little awkward pop-up. Ireland will try his best. How's that a foul for Atalanta though? This is what I'm fucking talking about. They go down instantaneous foul, no bullshit, no nothing. But like, I mean, that's the shit they're doing to us every 2 seconds. And real slips. What the fuck is this shit? But honest to God, man. If they start raising questions of the referee a wee bit, like, bro. A little silly, but it is what it is. "30 minutes gone though. We've staved the initial wave of pressure fairly well enough. Haven't been too many chances for either side. I believe Atalanta have had the better bulk of the chances. I believe we've only really had the one chance, like the actual shot. Hey then, Brian, nice to see you, man. You're fighting sleep. Well, we'll do our best to keep you awake. Wake up, Sarah! Wake up! You've got a game to watch! We need to ball, Sarah! As well gathered by Schmeichel. Schmeichel's balling. You should ball like Schmeichel, Sarah. You know the drill. Scottish teams get everything that goes against us. We need to play smarter in Europe. In other words, we need to just plant an IED under the referee's car. I'm not going to continue that joke because I feel like that could be bannable, but you know what I mean. Referees are, at least in UEFA like competitions, they're very fucking lax. They like to give a lot for teams that are in the top 5. Like it's a very universal thing, right? They know that's, you know, they get paid the big bucks as referees for bigger matches. So these types of games, they're not really going to have their full heart behind, really. But Atalanta do have it down the right-hand side. Step out pass for them, they've got options. Played inside, that's a loose touch. Atalanta will try their shot anyway. Doesn't work out. Lookman tries his luck. Pops up. Villanova receives it. Played out. Cut back in central. They're looking for any potential routes in behind that's open. There's that whip cross is dangerous. Trusty gets it clear. Brilliant header. Finds Rio. It's a lovely clearance and there's a long ball. There's a potential chase. How's your feet? Oh, that ball just didn't have to fucking do that. And because he's fell over, they'll point the other fucking way, right? Oh my god, man, it's literally every time now.
That ball should have been along the ground, I think.
Again, he doesn't get fucking... He just falls to the ground because he knows he's going to get a foul, man. Even Maeda's just like, aye, mate, whatever. Dick. See what they did in that fucking film, The Longest Yard, where they just punt the ball straight into the referee's nuts to give him the message that if you're going to be a bastard, you're going to get treated like one. Stop doing the same shit back, honestly. Because if they're getting away with it, why shouldn't we? There's a chance for Atalanta, speaking of that. Lookman, edge of the area, cuts it inside, trying to shimmy and step away. Chance goes over everybody and still finds a black and blue shirt. That's incredible. Swung in, high, awkward. That's... Oof, Trusty does just about enough, but it's still not cleared. Johnston, lovely touch. Gets bobbled down, and the referee eventually gives a foul for us. There we go, that's our first one in literally 6.5 minutes, by the way. I've counted. Atalanta have had fucking 5 in that time or so. How far did I live for the Celtic ground? Relatively close. That's the best way to describe it. That's a good pass into space. We have been defending relatively alright. I'm not going to say that this has not been a bad half of football, just a couple of really silly mistakes, and we've had passages of like 5-minute stints where we've looked completely fucking hopeless. We do have a potential chance. There is that high-end swinger. It's over. Hit to fuck though. Might stay in play though. That's not that bad, right? They're going to have to play that throw in from their own basically corner flag, so we can press them at the least. At the very least, you take the side of the line and out of those types of situations. Not so bad. How you doing, RX? Nice to see you, man. You're hoping that we can at least get a clean sheet until half time. Obviously, prefer to go ahead in the break. It would be lovely, but realistically, right now, we kind of just have to take the scraps that we're getting, and Atalanta are not giving us too many scraps. But as of now, not so bad. I don't think it's the worst. They played it high and away. And somehow, oh, for fuck's sake, lads.
Right there.
There is a level of stupid. This is what I'm saying. We make our own fucking issues. Atalanta aren't breaking us down. We're breaking our fucking selves. Trust they just...
But the fuck?
What the fuck is this, man? Lads. It's just about convincing enough. Lovely touch for volley.
Between skills and... I don't know who the other one was, but...
And we've given the ball away again. Lovely. We're covering more fucking ground than them, but we haven't even really had too many more passes. Should tell you what the problem is right now. In the right areas, not acute, just executing is poor, honestly.
Fucking hell.
I'd love to see that. Keep the press on him. Oh, I like that, Maeda tried. I love that so much.
Yeah, and the question is, why didn't Kunida? Because Kun was on the far side closer to the fucking ball.
Just to try and keep that. Look at the amount of open space on that left hand side. That's why I couldn't stand back. You got 2 people unmarked out there. This is the thing about the overlapping style that Atalanta play.
This is nervy when they play like this. Don't know if it's just me. But
and there's a danger chance, and once again there's a loose header. Pretty sure it was it might have been Passage to that one that time. Just kind of goes for the looping header and doesn't quite get enough on it. That one didn't look as dangerous as the last big chance he had. But certainly in the right areas to cause those problems. Could have been bad. We survived for now. Still looked at your sandwich account. Wish you could see that. That's a rip, man. Sorry. Oh. Right, okay, that's good. We clear that one away, but Atalanta are still very much in our area. I like that for Kun though, just kind of sticks his leg in, gets the ball away a wee bit further. Gives us a wee bit of time to build. DNA is Italian, but your team is Celtic. They'll love to see that, mate. Oh no. Oh, Jesus, it's getting a bit nervy now. A little bit of bobble and bounce around. Zappacosta has another half chance. A lot less dangerous than the ones that they've been having at the start of the game, admittedly, but still in those areas where damage can be dealt. Didn't just shape himself right and was always kind of swerving up and away, so we survived that one for now. Kuhn's been pish. I wouldn't say he's been pish. I'd say he's just playing the tactics that he's been set down. That's a good bit of hustling for either, but doesn't win the ball there. Atalanta have definitely changed up their shape. They're overlapping the left hand side a lot now. 38 minutes been and gone. Things don't look particularly comfortable, but so far we're still alive. Ball is hit high and over the top by Atalanta. They get on the loose end. McGregor takes no chances, flicks it up and high and away, but that's the thing, it's up and away, not necessarily just away. If in doubt, get it to out, that's the old saying, and so far we're not really doing that. I fuck with Palermo. Oh, it's a ball. Could be dangerous. Lovely step inside, good protection from us, and that's an overlap that he's surely offside there anyway, right, by a comfortable distance. In the end it's given, yeah. I suppose that's fair enough. We're getting there, we're 6 subs away now. This 1460, thank you to the person who just subscribed, very kind ease. Trust he's got Lookman's number as of now, but I think that's why Lookman's starting to kind of step in deeper and deeper, and you've got Retegui kind of pushing a bit more further forward as well as Paslic. That's the thing about the way that their front three are set up, is that they can rotate seemingly at will, and it's a very effective system, especially against sides like Celtic that don't really have set styles in defence. So far the boys are doing a much as soon as I was going to say a much more respectable job of keeping the ball. We've given it away, chance for them, headed away by Trusty again. He's been positionally brilliant tonight. This is what I was saying, his biggest issue was his positional awareness was woeful at times, but he's been on it today. Let's see that the entire fucking game, big man. Played back towards Scales, and as we tick over to the 40th minute, it's still goalless here, which is something you would honestly take at the start of the game, given the confidence levels going into this one. That's a lovely layoff. Here comes McGregor. Is he going to get that one out wide? Opts to play it safe. Gets it out towards the Spaniard instead. Valet shifts it back to the Scotsman. Looking for central lanes. Rio just lays it off. Simple 1-2. Skipper seems to be just playing 1-2s with everybody there out. So he's going to do it. Plays it out towards the left hand side. Maeda. Central. Overlapping pass. Here is Maeda. How's your pass, big man? Good ball across. It's spilled out by Kernicheski, but just about dealt with by Atalanta in the end. Might not have got a shot for it, but we put it into a dangerous area, and that just about shows Atalanta that we can get into those areas when it matters. That's unlucky. You can see it in the top right hand corner of the screen, big man. Right now we're just going past Steve Moe, just heading into the 41st minute. Certainly hit that little man. Well, we have been doing a good job of that, but it's just once they get out to either side of the wings and they can overlap, that's the thing about it. Like, they've always got 1 or 2 extra options for crosses, but Atalanta aren't necessarily the strongest when it comes to cross and chance creation. Like, they can put a lot of crosses in, but it's, you know, 1 in 15 that they score usually, so I think Celtic are aware of that, and we're forcing them to kind of make sure that if they are getting chances, and you would have realised this if you've watched most of this game, most of their chances have came from crosses. So Celtic are at least forcing them to take more action and more initiative to get those opportunities. And that's all you can ask. Good hustling for Valet there. He's been fantastic. Him and Trusty have really shown that they deserve to be on the pitch tonight. Honestly, there was a lot of fucking questions and a lot of negatives above them heading into this one. Maybe not so much Valet as much as Trusty, but certainly on both of them. They're answering their critics tonight so far. Granted, it's a 90-minute sport, but so far for the first 45 they've been doing pretty good. The faith will be kept, big man. Absolutely so, Stephen. In fact, you're away to bed and you enjoy yourself. Might go to Brecon City's ground on the weekend. Your cousin plays for them, oh, bro? Wait. I used to like watch him play against Albion Rovers a few seasons ago. I don't think it'd be one that I'd recognise, but who is your cousin? I feel like it'd be a name I'd recognise. I do watch like low league football.
No, come on. How's that a corner?
Lookman's complaining. I think it might. This could be awkward, man. I don't like this at all. Full-time predictions too.
I hate that that's a corner, and two, I hate the fact that there's no fucking options there. Get rid. Thank you.
Should be gathered here. We're just jumping about, lads.
Still letting the ball bounce.
There's that crossing opportunity that I do not like those ones. It's always the overlap. They can get that across quick enough if they move it. Villanova lays it short.
Ball goes back in.
Whipped one.
Oh no.
Oh, no. Big tackle. Brilliant fucking challenge by fucking Johnston, I believe. He came in clutch there. What a fucking lunge. He put his body on the line for that. Perfectly timed as well. He mistimes that by a second. He's not only going to give away a penalty, he's off the pitch. He's on a yellow already, remember. That was a risky fucking challenge, but a goddamn necessary one. Big. We need to survive this corner though. Oh, big save, Schmeichel. It's not dealt with though.
No.
Still not cleared. Oh my god, man. Two big blocks for two brilliant players. First of all, Johnston with the initial block to get it out for the corner, and Schmeichel's just came up with an absolute fucking clutch save on the line. He just kind of gone down with a slight knock by the looks of it. He's holding the back of his arse, which is never a good sign. That tells me hamstring. Big hands for Casper, honestly. That was point blank range. But it's desperate because that's two massive opportunities that Celtic have had to defend from Atalanta in the last 45 fucking seconds. Speaking of 45, we're about 15 from being in 45 minutes. There's a cross potentially coming in again here. They go for the cutter inside. Lookman has it. Looks for the layoff most likely. Tries to go for the scythe cross. There it is. Headed up and away. Brilliant work for us again on the defensive line. There's not going to be no additional time, and half time is officially upon us. That was stress. The end of that could have been so much more fucking iffy, but Celtic temporarily, for now, survive what they need to survive. That is definitely not bad by any aspect of the imagination. We'll take that. For now, it's 0-0. It's good. As Flash just put into the Discord, into the comment section, there's a Discord that you can join. You're more than welcome to kind of join us if you would like to. Then you can obviously subscribe, you can donate, you can become a member. I should plug that actually because I haven't done that yet, but join it if you would like. It's very cool. You get perks and all that good jazz. But I mean, yeah, I don't think I'm going to complain about that too much, honestly. But we are half time, I should point out. That will kind of take over this time. I want to see what the other scores are, so I'm going to take a quick glance at that before we do anything else. Because there's only one other game, apparently, by the looks of it. Brest are drawing 1-1 with Leverkusen. So they're still maintaining their perfect start, fuck's sake. More of an ass man myself, but good for them. Love to see it. We need to be more aggressive is what we need to be. I wouldn't even say that, we just need to be more clinical when those chances do come. Taylor and Carter Vickers never travel with the team because of injury, and Kyogo's on the bench. It's tasteless. This is a 15 quid donation. I don't even care about the donation at this point. The point means more, honestly. If we get the point, I'm fucking buzzing. Like, I will be ecstatic with that because, I mean, I was expecting us to get hammered. So this is good for us. I'm pleased. The save for Casper was brilliant, Haggis. Honestly, absolutely top notch, man. We did say that we had a lot of questions above like the three key players. Schmeichel against Dortmund was fucking woeful. He got beat his near post 4 fucking times and barely made a save. He's made 2 very big ones in that first half alone. So immediately he's improved. Trusty has been fantastic positionally. He's been the key man and get headings clear. And again, he's doing the right things. Valet has been good at building out for the back. You cannot say that they've actually had bad games. The one player that I'd say that's been iffy at times is Callum McGregor, because he's just giving away the loose ball from trying to play with kind of long passes. That kind of makes sense, you know, he's going to be the one that you call it, he's the one that is making those missed passes, but at the end of the day, he is doing that for a reason, so you can't even really shit on that too much. But I think as an overall whole, not bad, but we have to improve still. Like, that is just about the bare minimum to get away with a point. You need to be able to do that again for a whole 45-minute stint, and potentially maybe make a chance or two yourself this time. And if we do that, great, you know, that's something I'll absolutely take, because I mean the stats might not show it. I mean, can I even look at the stats like fully? Yeah, because apparently we've only had one shot on target, which is fine, but you want to be able to do a bit more and force the issue for kind of Jeski and all that stuff as well. So no, Taylor's literally just, they're prioritising his fitness, Scott, that's all it is. They're making sure that he's fit to kind of, you know, play consistent minutes when he comes back, because that was our biggest issue last season. I'm not a Catholic, Brian, so I can't really do that. Not a religious man. Say them for yourself and you'll be more than fine. But nah, Taylor just didn't travel with the team because he's injured, Scott. Don't worry about it too much, mate. I mean, yeah, his flash was just basically put there. He very much has been, Virtual. Absolutely, very much has been. I cannot say there's a bad thing to say about the fella. He's been great for all intents and purposes. I do want to point out, description, go there, flash, subscribe to him. We want to see how many subscribers we can get him. He started today on 48, so if you can help him out by any means necessary, that would be fantastic. Same with this channel, we've gained a few here as well, which is always nice, so thank you for doing so. We do love that. We do appreciate anyone that's been here and staying here for this half as well. But if you do want to get yourself a cup of tea, or if you want to go for a quick piss, you've got about 15 minutes to get yourself that sorted. You only remember the first half. Dementia patients have it hard, Brian, I feel that. I only remember 45-minute stints at a time. Yeah, honestly.
He only asked me a question, Virtual, come on.
They'd say the two chances that we had with Maeda and Kuhn in the first half. If Kuhn had just stepped inside and hit it. He sounds bad, but he's cool as fuck.
It sounds bad? I don't know how to take that. Sounds bad as in a badass.
Let's hope that's what he means. It's just a little bit of different accents. I think that's all it is, mate. It's just because my accent's a bit more deeper. It kind of throws people off whenever me and him walk on stuff, because it's like chalk and cheese. But it is very much cool as fuck, Steve, and you're spot on about that. Oh, I appreciate that, Daniel. Well, welcome, man. You're more than welcome to join and talk shit for as much reasons as you want. We do and value every opinion for all across the board. So
yeah, Scott, I'd imagine that's all shit, because 3 weeks ago he said he was resting Taylor because of his fitness, too many games, etc, etc.
Solid first half. How you doing, Jordan? Oh yeah, if anyone's in Falkirk, by the way, there's a thing at a bar on the 26th. I'm not sure, but if you go into his like thing, it will probably have a link to that, and you can go there if you want like a decent live music performance. There you go. I made the posters for it, so if you want to see what I do outside of this, I suppose you can take a gander at that, I guess. Pure brain knowledge, Stephen. Absolute brain knowledge. How Celtic fared in the first half? I would say if you were rating them out of 10, I'd say like a 6. Not great, not bad. Kind of smack bam in the middle of what you would kind of hope to see in this type of thing. We're just kind of gauging the danger level, so to speak. You know, this is like Chernobyl. The further in you go towards like the danger point, the more kind of protective equipment you need to be wearing. And right now we got the gloves on, you know, we got the mask, but we're not really we're not dressed up with a fucking whole, you know, Geiger counter and everything. We're just kind of there on the brink of the precipice, kind of doing some damage. But for now, we just kind of have to keep it going. That's exactly it, Scott. It's always good to have a different perspective on these types of games, because it's kind of hard to just ramble on your own the whole time, you know what I mean, as much as I'm pretty okay at doing it. Okay, very much appreciated, Daniel. We do our best to keep it as honest as possible, because a lot of people are very biased towards Celtic as fan channels. I'm not one of those people, unless it's like referees, in which case I'm like half the time, but for the most part.
There's my rating as well. I'm rating at 6.5. I think we've been very. I think we've been. There's been areas where we can obviously like do much better in, but considering it's us and the results that we've just had recently, this is solid.
We have had to ride our luck a lot at certain points, do not get me wrong, but it's not as if Atalanta haven't had to ride little waves of pressure of themselves. So when you look at it as a whole, considering the fact we're away from home, not horrible.
And I hope the second half keeps proving me like this, mate, because I wrote Valley off and I wrote especially Trusty.
See, it's just showing the chances that we had that one for Atalanta and then this safe pass for Maeda. Like, this was brilliant for Maeda, man. He just got so lucky.
This was brilliant, yeah. He goes down the channel and almost like catches him out and just.
And then gels his chance right at the end. See, when you think about it, Celtic actually had a good number of chances. That could have been a potential goal there as well.
And then here's another little 1-2 Dyson getting in behind again. That's a brilliant ball if their keeper's just not there. Or if Aida comes across the first man, that's a goal.
Celtic still need to bring on Kyogo. I feel like we will, man, but that would be probably awarded the kind of
65 minute.
And it will most likely be for that burst of energy, because what I'd imagine is once Aida starts to lose the physical battles more and more, we'll just bring Kyogo on, just so there's a little bit of a kind of run in behind. 5.5 for me, too much play, bring allowed into the middle too easy. Yeah, but again, when you're playing against this set side like Atalanta that use the fluid dynamic system as well as Gasperini sides tend to do, you can't say it's been horrible, virtually. I'd say like 5 and 6 is kind of like the fair bracket, you know what I mean? It could be worse, could be better. It's like that, you know, like Top Gear thing, you know? Like, this is good, but I like this. It's that type of scenario.
They are still at the end of the day as well, still like reigning champions of a European competition.
Yeah, that's the way we need to look at this. It's not as if anyone was expecting us to come over here and waltz this game, so the fact that we're still in it is good enough for me, honestly. That might be very quickly changed. We're playing in Italy.
I still stick by to my thing that I said to you, by the way, big man, that the streams doesn't know about yet. But if we like end up getting a result out of this in terms of winning it, I will do fucking cartwheels in my fucking room, even if I do have a hernia.
It will be a worthy death, honestly, for the vibes. But it's been played in the Gewiss Stadium in Atalanta, Bergamo, Jim. What's your friend's favourite player? I don't know, Floss, who's your favourite player?
My favourite player? Oh, that's a hard one.
What are you talking about, Luca? Are you talking like first team, like right now, current squad, or are you just talking about like in general, like without Celtic being included, like as a whole?
I was going to say, you're talking about like in terms of an entertainer or based on form. No.
All I'm saying is bring on the Bricky and make him fold pizzas in front of the opposition. And that would just like piss them off enough, so they'll go and like try and tackle him. We get a red card and then we go on for there. You know what I mean? Bring them down to 10 men.
Because currently, if you're going by entertainers, then it's a toss up between Kyogo and James Forrest. But I've always been a James Forrest lover.
Well, there you go, Luca. James Forrest.
I do also think though that James Forrest has only got 1 or 2 years left in a Celtic shirt. I seen someone saying that Callum McGregor has only got 1 year left in him as a starter, which is after this season. I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
He's out the Scotland team now, which gives him more minutes.
Well, that is true, Virtual. They did lose 3-2 to Como, that was a few weeks ago. In that time, they've also managed to beat fucking teams like Genoa 5-1 and stuff like that. And again, you base it off of European form. 3-0 and 0-0, they still haven't conceded a goal. So
yeah, so from an entertaining point of view, Luca, I would say those two. But if you're asking me in terms of like player that I think's been on the most form, I've even said this to the big man. I'd go as far to say Paulo Bernardo.
I think he's a solid player. You can genuinely make that case. For me, it's probably a toss-up between Johnston and probably, I would say, him and maybe just by like a very slight margin,
I would maybe like to see.
McGregor.
I would
But
maybe like to
McGregor's
see
my
Powell.
namesake, for fuck's sake, you know what I mean? Any captain with my same first
Yes.
name, I'm going to be like, that's my boy, that's my self-insert right there, let's go. Who's the bricky, by the way? Anthony Ralston, we call him the bricklayer for short because he looks like he should be working on labour sites.
I would like to.
McGregor isn't good enough for
Powell
Europe.
come on, but
I wouldn't say that it's not that, man, he's just
I'd
like a different type of player. He needs to be used a different way in Europe. Like, domestic Callum McGregor is different than European Callum McGregor. Like, I mean, me and Flash were discussing this last night. We were talking about potential midfield rotations, the same way that Atalanta tend to do set like rotation midfields. And our thinking was that we could probably put Bernardo in the centrepiece and play him where McGregor is and push McGregor out right and then having Giles on the left, rather than having Hatate. But Hatate's actually had a really good game, so we can shut the fuck up about that, right? But like, you know,
so the idea is, say like Bernardo comes on the 65-minute for Engels because that's the one out of two that's having a worse game than the other. Then instead of having Powell in the centre, shove Callum out to the centre and use Bernardo as the holding.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
I think it's a cracking idea.
I think Jordan's made a good point there as well. I think we need that physical presence off it either, but we're missing the pace of Kyogo, so 65th minute would make sense. Genuinely, we're all on the same board about that, because we need that injection of pace at the right time, and I feel like that would be where that would kind of come in, because obviously you feel like if Atalanta's defenders start to get a little bit tired, you can always, you know, rely on that. And they do have people they can bring on, obviously they do have bench options like Godfrey that have that physicality and pace about them off the bench. But you feel like if Atalanta are going to make changes later on, you would want it to kind of be attacking changes when it's 0-0, because you can use that to your advantage and tire out the defence quicker. Jota's teammates with Glenn Kamara at Star Rene, selling his money at Ali. I think he'll return to Celtic someday. Maybe, potentially. Well, there's discussions. We've opened up talks with him before and stuff, but Rennes have just signed him on an actual contract, so the minimum we would be able to get him in is in summer. Then we'd have to give them a good amount of money, but potentially, who knows? If we have a good season in Europe, if we get to the knockout stages, then we get like 30 million for the group stages, and then what for the knockout, an extra 10-15. It's about 40 million. You could always make a decent deal with that type of money. You're happy with Schmeichel. Genuinely the same, Shane. When he plays like that anyway, when he plays like Dortmund, you wonder why the fuck he, like, you kind of question the DNA if he's actually, you know, like he's big, like, you know, the old, you know, the original Schmeichel's son, you know, a bit like the big man, the original one, Man United Schmeichel. Like, are you sure he's related? Because sometimes he doesn't look that good, and then his games like that where he makes 2 or 3 fucking cracking saves back to back, you're like, right, okay, I see you. I apologise, I was not familiar with your game. Just don't think he has the speed of mind for Europe. If you want a good counterpoint to that, my counterpoint would be players like Jordan Henderson or N'Golo Kante, or if you want like a good example that's brilliant right now, Ernesto Valverde. Players that are not necessarily fast but technical. If you play them in the right ways, like for instance Valverde, when they play him in the La Liga, he's like a set player. He'll usually play in the midfield, he won't anchor out too far, the same way that McGregor does, but in Europe, he's part of a rotation with Camavinga, so you basically have those consistent movements where he can open up and be a bit more creative. That's what I'm saying would work for McGregor. If you give him more options, he can do more with the ball, but you can't really do that in Europe because of the way Celtic's set style is, because again, if you want to prioritise giving Hatate and Giles those forward chances, and we've seen it, Rio has put out some really good balls and Giles had that chance. Right, so it's not as if the tactics don't work. But McGregor, if he wants to get more freedom, he would have to kind of break away from being set in that midfield as an anchor point. That a lot of players are getting ready to come out, so the second half's going to be starting relatively soon. Then over the top like a boxer, exactly it. Go for the good old sucker punch. Bait them in, use your footwork, let them get in close, and then pop round, hit them as hard as possible, and hope to hit the canvas. And maybe we can kind of take advantage of the fact they're stunned and get a second, but the second half is about to kick off soon. No, I get what you mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not talking about speed of thought either, I'm talking about like the kind of process of the game as a whole. If you give him more time, then he's just going to be able to do more with it. That was kind of my point in terms of like actual physical speed. Because I'm not talking about making darting runs up the wing, man. He's not that type of player. That's what I'm saying, that's more Rio and Angels' kind of style, so just give him a bit more freedom around that middle part and allow him to get passes off and shots for just about 25-30 yards out, edge of the box, and that's where you can do a lot of damage. I'll go back to this screen because the second half will be getting underway relatively soon. Well, there we go, we get 3 more subs this half, then we've hit the sub goal for this stream as well, which is absolutely fantastic, boys, so thank you for that, very kind ease. But we focus up for now, because the second half's about to get underway. Lookman standing over the ball. Celtic look ready. No visible changes for either side either. Schmeichel's been the best player for Celtic. I'd say in the first half maybe. I'd say it'd be a toss up between him and maybe Rio. I think he'll scream around 51 minutes. That'd be some bet to pull on it. Well, we're underway, so Atalanta will have to kind of pick up the pace if they want to get something out of this. They did have a lot of chances toward the end of the first half, so we know they're capable of putting those kind of waves of pressure, those 5-minute stints on. Celtic will have to be switched on and awake, and more importantly aware to those balls in behind that come out of the gate fast. It's a loose ball out immediately, so Celtic will get the throw in, so we'll take that. Praying time might be happening. Aye, exactly. That's a loose ball. Johnston's claiming handball. It must have came off of Lookman and they'd given it, so it must have done so. That could have been awkward, but Valet actually deals with it very well. Actually, I'm not going to complain of that at all. Atai plays it back and Schmeichel sends it to fuck. My header's not going to get on the end of that one.
Send it to fuck out the pitch.
I've in doubt, I suppose. Giving them a wee example of what the defenders to do. Zapata. Don't know if there was a change or not. I didn't see anything admittedly, but I'll quickly check the lineups just to make sure I didn't miss any. Nope, no changes at all, mate. Not a single one to speak of. Don't worry, for now we're fine. The only Z named player on the pitch right now is Zappacosta. Speaking of which, that switch was actually fucking amazing, and there's a potential chance for them to do something, but they go back temporarily. Played out right, good step inside, potential for a cut back here. They ought to play it safe, which is more than fine, we'll take that. Played short, Atalanta just more than happy to play around us for now. You don't want to jinx things too early, look up. One player can't make a team win. That's why it's called a team effort. You need every single player to dig in for these types of results. Need the defenders to be switched on. But Atalanta seem to be using that overlap.
Just keep this pressure up and force them to go inside. There we go. Brilliant.
That's played back comfortably in the end. Atalanta will build out, but Celtic have seemed to be playing a very much centre focused style of defence right now, only stepping out when they need to. Good challenge to Valet, but again doesn't necessarily do much than stifle the inevitable. Still very comfortably in the final third for Atalanta. It's a good pass for Lidea. I'm going to try and go forward and look for any potential in routes. That's a lovely pass, could be dangerous. Lookman's there, shot across the face of the box, well dealt with.
Williams.
Brilliant. Not just to get the touch on that, although we've given the ball away. Nicholas not great. Johnston does enough to kind of force the issue. We're still not really fully clear, so we can't really talk about the chance that just happened. But really good work for Scales to get the touch away originally, and more importantly not to put it back into towards blue bodies. There's a big chance as well on the overlap and run pass, which for the second time this game with a late run into the box to get the little kind of late flick on with the header. Scales had to prioritise defending Retegui, and Trusty was just kind of caught in no man's land. That's the first time we can say that he has been. That was brilliant for Scales.
Tackle that is. The
cut back to get that away and back into fucking Celtic possession was fantastic for Liam. Brilliant work for the Irishman. That's what literally we just proved our point. It's not just Schmeichel that needs to be on it. Every single one of them do. Ball sent forward. Ida's going to engage a chase. Does well to hold it up. Lays it off brilliantly. Here's Nicholas. German steps inside, still holds it up well enough. We'll love to see it. Lays it off. Potential chance. Has a crack. Oh, it's a big opportunity. It's not really a threatening one. It looked.
It's a deflection, I think.
It either took a nick or there was a late touch for Kernacheski. Either way, Celtic have a corner opportunity. Let's see what happened in slow-mo here. It's Valle that had the crack. It took a very slight nick and Kernacheski was not taking it.
He saves it.
It was probably going to hit the bar if I'm being fully honest, but he was not taking the chance. Brilliant save for the Italian shortstopper. Potential for us to do something. You'd say that's Celtic's best chance of the game. Forced the issue, made a big opportunity of it. Didn't necessarily work out, but corner kick can certainly do some damage here. Physical presence is there. Same sort of approach, hopefully. Back stick would be ideal here. That's exactly what we try and do, but it's overhit to hell, and Ida's not going to be able to do much more than kind of half direct it down and out for a goal kick.
Well done, Rio. Wait, guys, communicate, man. This is what almost cost us a goal in the first half. Two of us right next to each other, and we need to communicate. Right, slow down a tiny bit. Yeah, well done, Rio.
That's a little bit better. Johnston's going to look for the open pass. German's going to receive it and have to take his man on, at least in some capacity. Goes in central. Lovely ball across. Valle doesn't get it his feet set, but still has it, so we'll take that for the Spaniard. He's more than happy to just hold the ball up, look for the quick pass, and Hatate opens up the byline to just buy us a bit more space and time, but we have to keep the ball moving because Atalanta have kept that pressing game fully engaged. More than comfortable enough. I don't know why we're talking about Aberdeen in a Champions League game between Celtic and Atalanta. We'll give the boys credit where it's due. Talk about Aberdeen after the game, I suppose. Lovely ball. How's your control? He's going to keep the hustle on. That'll be a foul though, most likely. My just keeping the hustle alive. You'll love to see it. Wee pat in the bum to say fair enough, big man. At least they exchange a wee nice. Like that, I like that. That's the type of physicality I like. Both of them understood the game. Both of them exchange a mutual wee handshake at the end there. That's lovely. Both of them understanding the occasion, not making a mockery out of it. That's much better for both sides. Love that enthusiasm look up. I want to have the ball up. Just about encroaching in towards the halfway line. They'll be looking for those internal passes.
I like how quiet we're keeping Wickman as well.
So far, so good.
You can tell, like, down this left-hand side, we're keeping Wickman very uncomfortable.
But we have to keep them moving, and that's the important part. Good overlap pass for Zappacosta. Speaking of Andrew Lookman, that's a ball in. That's dangerous. Oh, I hate that camera angle so fucking much. He made it look like I was going on target for a split second there. And then it's just popped up and cleared away, and Ida will keep the chase. He'll probably just engage it as much as he can. Kernacheski lays it off, and they'll play it across the Atalanta defensive line, and they'll build up and go again in central. Simple enough. Pasalic has pushed a lot further forward. You can see where he is, man. He's basically hanging right off the back end of Retegui to make it more or less a 3 across the front now. Switched high and out towards the right. Here's Bellanova. Ball into awkward space, could be dangerous. Played in comfortably. Rio just about too late there. That could be dangerous. Chance across the box, cleared away again. Celtic are doing a lot to defend here. Very valiant effort in the opening stint, but you don't want to see 3 crucial blocks within 7 minutes. That doesn't bode well. Big chance for Atalanta again. That one's going to sail over the bar. Good defensive pressure. Retegui, sorry. Just couldn't really get that one under control, and it looks like Atalanta are going to make some early first changes, I should say. He was definitely on side with the ball and behind. Hey then, Kid, nice to see you, man. Hope you're well. Need to wake the sheep here. Get Kyogo and McCowan. Probably Bernardo as well. Maybe not.
I think we may make. I think we may make a sub in the 60th or 65th minute. And goes for Bernardo. It's definitely going to be one of them.
I feel like we'll just make changes based on kind of fitness and stuff like that. So again, you'd imagine either would come off around the 65th, and then after that point it will just be changes to kind of keep pace with the changes they make. Midfield changes, most or less specifically. That's going to be a throw-in for Atalanta in a slightly dangerous area. They could go along with us. Who's been better? I wouldn't say either team's been better or worse. Atalanta have made more chances. Celtic have been very good on the ball, but defensively sound. I'd say Atalanta have been the better side, though. It'd be hard to argue against that point. But Celtic have shown a lot of fight. There's a lot of
We made a good couple of chances in the first 28 minutes. So far, a draw is a fair result.
So awkward one.
Well done, Liam Scales.
Corner kick, I believe. Scales was more than happy to hassle the Techies.
Yeah.
Exchanging words. A 4-4-2 would kill our game dead, DD. Are you kidding me, man? We need the midfield flat. We cannot have, like, we need those, like, wing runners, especially Maeda and Kuhn. Because who the hell would you bring on to kind of flatten that? There's a high ball. Awkward. Awkward. No! Oh my god. I hate ball skips off the surface like that, man. They can really go anywhere. Thankfully for us, it was beside the far post. Oof, man. Those ones are always awkward. It's probably looked a lot further away than it looked that time, but it was still certainly dangerous. Rio. Long switch. How's your control, Kuhn? How's your control, son? Horrible, but he wins a corner, so that's not that bad. We'll take that. Good luck, big man. Put some pressure on a very physical player in Kolasinac and forces a corner kick. That's decent. If we're going to make any changes, you feel like they would come in the next 10 minutes or so, lads? I wouldn't worry about it for now. Going to be in Gilles that's teeing up to set this one out, but it definitely feels like this is an in-swinger, so you'd imagine near post that is going to be played off shot. There it is, there's the near post. I hate that. If I can see that as a fucking fan, they're going to be able to see that as a team. Well held up by Lookman, in fairness, and the pass forward's really good as well. It's more or less a 3v3. McGregor gets back to make the numbers slightly more in their favour, but Atalanta are starting to shovel black and blue bodies forward at the speed of sound here. Player out left. I'm more than happy to just stifle that one. There we go, throw down the right hand side, I should say. We're shite with crosses. We usually are. It's never really a strong point of our team, man.
It looks like they're going to bring on that Dutch guy we talked about, De Ketelaere.
That's an awkward step in. Could be, oh, don't like this, man. They've got overlaps on every fucking front now. Got to step out to that one, man. We do eventually, just in the nick of time, but we don't get away with it. Shot from the Atalanta. Referee doesn't pull a foul for the millionth fucking time in our favour, and they get away with it, and there's another throw-in chance for Atalanta. They're going to play it fast, because they know that shit gets checked. Cut back and across, there's a potential for a ball into the box here. High, wide, awkward. Trusty gets it away, but not really dealt with. Kuhn keeps the hassle alive. Brilliant for the German. Gets kind of shoved off the ball. It's going to be a throw-in for Atalanta on the other side this time. It's just end to end, either side horizontally across the kind of pitching line of our box. I really don't think Villanova would have been the change they would have made, honestly, but that's the one they've gone with. Retegwi's came off as well.
The two subs?
That's a pretty interesting one, to be honest with you. I can understand Retegui for Catterley, that's more than fine, but honestly, I didn't see the shot number who just came on for the other one. Oh, Samardzic.
Samardzic.
Okay. The Croatians on instead then. Fair enough, they're going for a bit more of a unique one, so more physical in the midfield. They're going to try and empower us in the midfield. They're going to start trying to shift the game more central. This is where the fluid changes come in. So Celtic, if we're going to make tweaks, it has to come in the next 5 to 10 minutes, realistically, because we have to counter this. Otherwise it's going to be a very tough stave. We're already under pressure as it is. It's out towards the edge of the box. Here is a chance for Atalanta. They shimmy it back across. They do enough to force it out, but there's a cross coming in. awkward. No one's really dealt with it again. It's out towards the other edge of the box. So they're just trying to keep the centre line as clear as possible. We do well to keep the hassle alive. Lickman gets pipped there just a bit in the nick of time as well, might I add. Played across. It's a very entertaining 0-0, I would say that honestly. I wouldn't say it's a perfect game for a neutral. I'd imagine if you're a neutral you'd be probably watching Brest and Leverkusen, because that game seems to be good. But this game's not boring by any means. It's a little unlucky for Serkun's going to get the touch away. Oh, well beautiful. Done. Tries to do a bit too much, but that's more than fine. It's going to be a throw-in for us. That's brilliant for the German. That's twice he's lost the ball and immediately hassled to win it back. The Rune ain't too happy, but honestly, more than valid. And we're officially 2/3 of the way through this game as well, so Atalanta will start to kind of have that little creep start to doubt over the back of their heads whether they can actually get this or not. And Celtic will start to maybe start slightly growing in confidence. It would be nice if they could, but we'll have to wait and see. Sent forward. I feel like now would be the time that you would probably consider getting Kyogo on. That's a well won back ball by Maeda, but still going. Still going. That's lovely.
Well done, Dyson. Fucking brilliant.
A few times he's done that, the big man. Love to see it. We're keeping the press alive. Lickman does well. Once again, his hold-up play has been fantastic. Can't take anything away for Lickman at all, man. He's been good.
Hey, what's going on here? Offside?
I think there was just a slight offside on the ball in behind that.
Oh, yeah, miles off.
They are changing the gears, yeah. They'll step them up a level now, but that's kind of to be expected. You would, I mean, the home sides are going to have that kind of swaying crowd advantage. Rodgers doesn't seem too happy with whatever's just happened there, but Atalanta clear it away. Well dealt with and well controlled by Atalanta. That's fucking beautiful. How the hell did that work out for them? And now they have a potential chance to break down that right hand side. Celtic have got their body spread across. It's been a much more desperate second half for us in terms of making chances, and it seems to be all Atalanta traffic right now. They try to step inside, shot, cannons away, deflects again. You can say a lot of Atalanta's shots have been from these types of blocks, but we have to really fucking spread these pressure waves out bit by bit. McGregor could have been awkward. That's a poor giveaway for Johnston. 2 mistakes back to back. For fuck's sake, lads, stop this now. Now Atalanta have the ball back again. Their centre backs are more or less playing right out towards the edge of their own halfway lines, and that's going to be a bit more awkward. Maybe Yang. I wouldn't say Yang. The other 3 would be the more sensible changes, Minnie, if you're asking me honestly, fella. It wouldn't be a bad idea to consider getting maybe Ralston on to prevent Johnston being carded again, because he's been dragged out a lot down that left hand side. And while he's had a good game, you want to kind of prioritise having him for Leipzig, you know what I mean? Because if he gets booked, we're fucked. Clear away by Trustit. Kept his standards up relatively good. McGregor will hassle. Good work for our skipper. Still hassling. Still hassling. Who says he doesn't have strength in Europe?
That's a foul.
And it's a fucking foul. Referee! McGregor gives him the wag of, you absolute bitch. You know exactly what you were doing there. That is fucking piss poor. Like I said, the referee has been very, very fucking lax on them when it comes to fouls against us, but we are not getting shit. Ball into the box. That could have been awkward, but pips up eventually into Schmeichel's hands. We should be getting a fucking call or 2 of our own there, man. You want McGregor off and Bernardo on. Won't be the worst call. Here's Lookman. Shame up to shoot there by the looks of it. Played out for Sapa Costa. Comfortable enough, but we're still awkward. 63 minutes been and gone, laid off and flat. There's a potential cross in for them here, looping over everybody. Casper will gather. Good stuff. I don't think there's any reason to be anti-Semitic about it, mate. It's just I don't know whether the referee's religion relies, but I mean, if he's Jewish or not, I don't think that applies. He's just, it's most UEFA officials are soft. That's a good step in. Doing what's necessary, man. Aye, exactly. Johnston, good step inside. Lovely ball through, chases on potentially. Can he get past his man? No, but that's still a good force. We'll get the throw in. Lookman tries to get slightly involved, but I think he was just more or less doing that to prevent us getting the quick throw. It's not as if we were going to do anything unique with it anyway. It's gone back to Trusty in the end. Cuts it back across for Casper, and we can probably move it. No, Luca to summarise it.
No, Chief. It's the way you said it. Just we're community open to all, and Celtic's a club open to all. We'll leave it at that.
It's a good step inside. There's a move there for Atalanta. Could be awkward. They might have a crack. It could be fucking way worse than that. It's played up and away. Very good hands for Casper. Ralston's your ideal kind of man. Looks like he's a black copper and 2 fags for breakfast. Just a bacon certainly for his lunch, nothing more, nothing less, man. That is a basics, done it? Played out forwards Atalanta, it's been constant pressure, by the way, man. This is fucking bad now. Atalanta across it into the box, and they've cleared it in. It's just about dealt with by Celtic. Corner kick for Atalanta upcoming. There's a potential danger point, up and away. It doesn't necessarily go towards anyone. It should bounce down and there'll be a slight battle. Are we going to get a foul there? No, of course not. Referee doesn't give us shit, right? Why would we? Chance. Across, straight into Schmeichel's hands again. I don't think there's any particular fight going on. People are just saying what they want to say. If anyone says something stupid, they just get timed out. There's no danger about it, man. This is all fine. This is debate stuff. Good for Ida. Tries his best at the least. He forces it for a corner, so that's something, I guess. Or is that a throw? I'm not honestly too sure. But here is a first. What? Or I was going to say, if the change was Ida for Bernardo, I was about to ask a lot of questions, but it's Hatate and Ida coming off. So Bernardo and Kyogo most likely will be coming on. 67th minute, good as minute as any to make changes if you ask me personally. So, let's go. Don't think Hatate's too happy, but honestly...
I wouldn't have necessarily said Hatate was the one to come off, but there you go.
YouTube's TOS, brother. I don't particularly give a shit about rules, but YouTube does. Good flick on. Kyogo immediately getting involved. Keeping the hassle alive. That's immediately a very, very solid kind of push go. Again, Stephen, nice to see you, man. Just got home, how's it going? So far, so good. We're hanging in there, causing some problems, but it's been a much more tense second half. We do have a break here, though. Ball in. Is he onside? I don't know. Kyogo! Saved! Saved. It's unlucky. I think the flag's gone up on the other side about 2 minutes later anyway, so I don't think it would have mattered in the end, but... Bruh. That's unlucky. And they're going to be bringing on a change of their own. I think it's going to be Lookman coming off for Cuadrado. Pace for pace, as they like to say. It's both Technically, Brian, if you want to make that argument, Jewish people and religion, it's two things. Just because of all the shite going on, lads, you want to keep it civil, that's all it is. Played across into space, here's Atalanta, they're going to hustle and hassle, but Celtic will deal with that, that's fucking class, good stuff. Don't know if that'll be a throw-in for us or not, but no, of course it's not, it's a throw-in for Atalanta. They're getting a lot of shit go their way for no reason. We move. The Google clock's ahead of everyone. Like, we're watching this shit live and it's like a minute ahead of us. There's good pressure there for Celtic. We're keeping them moving, which is nice. But again, Atalanta seem to have more pressure on the ball than anyone else. Can we stop talking about this random shit? Oh, we've got a game of Champions League football going on. Who cares what the referee is, man? We just know he's a bellend. Can we drop it at that, for fuck? Played forward. Potential. There's going to be a chase down. Maybe cute. Oh, a good hassle, actually. Could have been something there, but didn't look particularly too threatening in the end, and Atalanta will gather. We keep it simple and straightforward. That could be good for us. The press is there, can't engage it, switch tying over. There's a chase down. This could be awkward, but Kaspar's out to claim it. Good work for the big man again. We'll take that. Lovely lay across. There's a move on. Could be potentially there. Oh shit, I just realised that I've set off a smoke flare on under, I think it's their south stand. Is it their south? Either their south or north stand. I'm not sure which one, but they've just set a fucking flare off. You can see it. For real, Gally, it is what it is, honestly. Enjoy the game of football, boys. Look at things at stake and shit. It might just be awkward here. Ball into the box. Atalanta nearly have a big chance. Well cleared away. And now we're on a potential break forward now as well, but there's only fucking 3 or 4 of us forward and about 6 Atalanta bodies back. It just shows how diverse their fluid dynamics are, man. They have got some good formation switches as fast as they can. You were calling people Jewish just based on the fact that they're being stingy with their calls. That's not the way to say it, brother. There's no shame, no harm, no foul, but let's stop this. We've been talking about it for 5 minutes for no reason, man. There's a good break forward for Atalanta. Shit, they have a chance down that right hand side. Step inside, could be awkward, flicked up and away, and just cunted to fuck. I respect that so much. No taking risks. I thought it would have gone out to play for a throw-in. It was actually a really bad clearance in the end. It's not that. Minnie's hit the nail on the head. Ball across. Could be awkward, still awkward, cut back into open space. Apacosta can go for a shot here, he looks like he might! That could have been dangerous near post. Schmeichel had to react, it was, I mean it didn't look too threatening in the end, but when it was teed up to have the shot, Schmeichel knew exactly what was coming. Would have remembered that for his days, he faced him Apacosta down in the Premier League. Could have been awkward there. Kyogo's looking damn sharp, man. Well, people have different terms. I don't personally think it's racist or anti-Semitic. I'm just saying that YouTube might see it that way. That, you know, you could get banned for that sort of stuff. I'm just saying be careful. No bad blood here, mate. That's a good step across. Oh, they might pull it back for the foul anyway, I'd imagine. Yeah, that's fair enough, honestly.
I don't think he has. I think he's gave the throw to us, but he was on the ground for a while.
It's because
he runs into our player.
It's just, yeah, like a spare collision.
Okay.
Classic Atalanta moment, I suppose.
Fucking runs into us.
I was blessed, you know what I mean?
McGowan and Palmer? What?
I told you Palmer would get minutes. What did I say? I fucking said this would actually happen. I called it. I told you Palmer would be a perfect
called
on the bench dynamic for this. He would be so good. McCowan's the other change, and I think that makes sense as well. So chances are it's Gels and Maeda that are going to take the lead. Maeda deserves a wee round of applause, by the way. What a fucking shift he has put in, by the way. 75 minutes of pure graft. Nothing else to add but fair goddamn dues to him, honestly. We have a potential to do something there, so my fingers are crossed, man. We just need to keep it composed, keep it concise, don't do anything silly. Aye, love the man, absolutely do. McCowan's the other change as well, and he might add a different dynamic, you know what I mean? He's a Celtic boy tried and true, so chances are get some form of response for either one of these boys. There's a couple of good changes for us on that pitch now, and they're ones that I would honestly quite say are good ones too. I like the fact that Palmer's on, because he can at least engage a chase, and that's exactly what he just does there. Forces the issue and gets us a throw-in.
What?
I was going to say, what the fuck? It looked like it should have been a Celtic throw-in, but they've given it Atalanta's way, fair enough. Palmer to score, I would love it, aye. Kyogo is on the pitch, mate. Came on for Ida about 10-15 minutes ago at this point, around the 65th. We've got 15 minutes left of this shit to deal with, man. 15 goddamn minutes. A point would be absolutely fantastic. I don't think you're getting bored, Stephen. I don't know what you've been doing, mate. I think you've just been sitting here just talking whatever. I think you're in the clear, buddy. I don't think you're under threat or whatever. It's been sent high and over. I don't like that. That could have been awkward. We do deal with it. Balls forward, and actually it's turned into a really good potential chance for us to break McCowan. Not the greatest switch though, I've got to say. Palmer will keep the pressure on. He'll force it to bounce off of the back end of someone. I'm not sure who it was, unfortunately. I can't see that shot number. Why have you just allowed him to walk through? Could have been awkward, still awkward. If you're going to give a foul for that, we'll scream, thank God. I was going to say McGregor. Right, don't tell people to piss off, mate. That's genuinely, you'll get timed out for that. Right, Caden's been a part of this channel for a long ass time, as have you, but keep it thick and respectful. That's a chance! Kyogo! Oh my God, man! This is why I don't like to talk about random shit that doesn't matter, because we just nearly fucking scored a banging chance. That ball for Valet, man. Or was it Palmer? I think it was Palmer, actually, with the ball. The two subs nearly combining to get themselves in it, man. Jesus Christ, that would have been fucking stupendous. But now we're on, no, now we're good block, trusty. Big man's coming in clutch now. Waking up.
Can you stop fucking arguing in the chat, please? We've got a game going on. You just didn't consider the context, and I told you we'd move on. We're trying to enjoy the game here.
Football time, boys. Football time. That's all I need to say. Balls, well, that was just fucking woeful. I really don't. I mean, Casper immediately puts his hands up. He's just punted that shit as far as possible. They made a change for Atalanta. Kolasinac is off. I don't know who came on, honestly. I think is oh. Fuck, they're bringing on Zaniolo? I totally forgot he was on their bench. Shit. Well, Zaniolo's on for Pasalic. That's a really good change, actually. Jesus Christ, and Ruggeri's on for...
You didn't Zaniolo just get back from injury you were saying to me the other day?
I'm not honestly too sure. I just remembered him playing fucking Roma.
I think he did. I think he was out at the beginning.
It was a big chance,
But
Scott.
still.
Honestly, Kyogo had a really big opportunity. It was a lovely ball through. Could have been so well.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty scared now. that's terrifying. That's nervy.
We're keeping our hope alive. We just lost a sub. Fantastic. Someone must have been upsetty spaghetti. Jesus. Ball's been played out towards the right hand side. Kuhn, go on, son. Lovely. Cross is good. Headed up and away. Still might be Celtic possession though. Gathered across, cleared away. We do win the ball back though. Brilliant cut out for Paulo. Switch the cross for Trusty, looks for that open plane, down pass. Lovely flick on for Kuhn as well. Johnston's been fouled. Has to be a foul, right? Are you fucking serious, man?
Are you fucking serious?
No, see, this referee needs his fucking hard drive checked. What the fuck is this cunt on? They've been getting fouls for everything like that.
How many fouls are we not going to get now? That's about the 5th one that I've counted.
It's a straight push on the fucking back away from the... What the fuck? That's despicably poor for the referee, man. Fuck's sake. If that was the other side of the pitch, it would have been a yellow goddamn card. In fact, he literally fucking yellow card Johnston for a very similar type of challenge, man. Clear contact and stop the man getting through. What a chop pass that is, though. Fuck's sake. Trusty's there to cut it out again. Brilliant work for him, but Jesus, man. It's good to see McCullough on.
You had way more time than you thought, pal. Okay.
Eventually we get a foul, for fuck's sake, man. It's like 1 in 5 fouls we're actually getting. Genuinely 100% a foul on Johnston. They just didn't give it for whatever reason, probably because it was in a dangerous area and they can't take that risk. But Forrest is going to be the final change. It's not Yang, it's not Ralston, it's going to be James Forrest probably coming on for Nicholas Kuhn. Which is a bit of an interesting change, but it shows that we're trying to go attacking, which is worth respecting, honestly. Considering the fact we barely fucking done any of it this half.
Yeah, I've seen that too. Virtual Forrest telling the guys to talk to each other. But he's right, because sometimes we've been lacklustre in communication.
What's on his hard drive? A wire transfer? That's all I need to say, man. Like, this referee's been bad, man. All the Celtic fans in the way, then some of them look annoyed, some of them look kind of confused, most of them look scared though. Safe to wait. Headed up and kind of could be up with that Atalanta.
If you're going to need to stop the play, it's a head knock.
Eventually does, and there's another collision off the end of that one as well. I think someone's gone down in a mix to that. I think it's the Kettler that's gone down. We generally could sneak a goal if we keep things going as it is, man. We're not doing so bad on that front. Just while we're on like a little break, I'll kind of do this quickly. Please consider subscribing, that'd be very cool. These people here, these are some nice motherfuckers that understand the memo, and these people have been subscribed. Some of them might not be, so if they are, what he's doing, please do so. Fantastic, please fix that immediately. But otherwise, thank you. Like the stream and all that good stuff as well. That's all the plugs done. It will be a very tough watch. The next 10 minutes are going to be very, very intense, to summarise it nicely. But so far, we're alive, and like we said, a point in a game like this would be pretty dandy. But it's not over yet, as they kind of say. Let's see where the Anarazuri goes with this one. Good step inside, lovely taking control touch. They've got it under control again, bounces about, still bouncing around, no clearance issues there for Scales though. I'm more than happy to get it back in as fast as possible. I know, you're like one of the OGs, look, man, you've been here for a while. Good many people in here have been here for a while actually. So all this pass for Atalanta, we get away with one temporary reprieve, 83 minutes gone, 7 minutes to play out, and then whatever's left of additional time. This is where shit gets stressful, because holy fuck, we might actually get a point. We might actually get a point. No way. The absolute scenes if we actually manage to do this. We most likely will be. We take like a half an hour to an hour break just so we can recoup our thoughts and get some food in our systems, and then usually I'll kind of announce that I'll be jumping into a call, and then people can just kind of join us as is, to be fair. But it's usually about, you know, half an hour to an hour after. That is a shit pass for Kyogo. We've given the ball away poorly. It's in a non-dangerous area of the field, so that is the slight redeeming factor of it, but it could have been a much more dangerous. Good cut out.
Plays back to Casper and boop.
Get it to fuck. Simple and pure. Lovely. Oh, what a touch for Zappacosta. Immediately sets himself up to play that across the right hand side of the pitch, and that's exactly where they go, down the right hand side as he looks to shimmy it on, still going. Cuadrado lays it off, good potential route for them to go here. I don't even think he tried to intercept that pass by choice, but he ended up with it and laid it off. Celtic are doing their best to hassle it, they're making it hard for them to get the quick crosses in, which is what Atalanta's probably very frustrated about. Cross is played in eventually, Trusty for the millionth time this game it seems, gets it clear. 84.5 minutes played out towards the left hand side. Zappacosta has it again. Potential for them to do something with it. Laid off, cut out brilliantly by Johnston, gets it as far to fuck as possible again. Atalanta will need to burn valuable seconds to chase this one down and try and get something on the end of this as fast as possible. They are running out of time, and Celtic are basically running them into the ground here when it comes to just getting the ball, getting it clear. They're forcing a grind out here. They're not focusing on the win at all, it's quite apparent at this point. Sit in and do what we can for this area. Switched in, high for Atalanta, over everybody. Come on boys, we're slowly but surely. Oh, he's in the Discord as well, I'll love to see that. Give you a wee guy David Acosta a shout, what a fucking name. New Celtic supporter, bless. Welcome to the goddamn family, brother, you deserve it man, you picked the right club. So I'll say you'll be full of joy and misery, but the joy will outweigh the misery, so it's good.
Stockroom Tim said the Dortmund hammering aside, taking 3 points from the first 3 games sets us nicely for home games. I agree with you, mate. That's why I'll take it.
Well, if we beat fucking
and
Leipzig...
we weren't expected to come into this and get a result at all.
And if we manage to somehow get the result against Leipzig, and that means that the other 4 games, the other half is much easier on paper. And bear in mind, boys, 10 points is mathematically enough to get us in the top 24, right? So that would mean if we somehow keep this, 4 points, boom, 2 more wins. 2 more wins from the remaining fixtures would be mathematically good enough to give us a shout to at least make it into the preliminary knockouts, which would be a fucking amazing. But we still need to see this game out first. Nothing's written in stone just yet. Atalanta are fully aware of it, and that's why they're attacking so much. Forrester gets back, brilliant foot in the way. Someone's gone down there, that's not good. Johnston's, oh...
Yeah, I was saying no because he's felt his hamstring.
He's blew his kneecap, no. Dude, that thing is swollen red. I think he's fucking blew his kneecap a belter, man. He's going to have to see the game out though, there's no other choice. He's going to have to just kind of hop along on it, man. But you can tell he's fucked something there. I really hope that's a minor knock and it's not like an actual, like, pulled muscle or something, but it looks very red. Ball into the box, cleared away just about. There's going to be a chase down between Trusty and whoever's there first. We'll get the knock on pass. Trusty will get in, force a hustle. Good walk, big man. I like this. I like you. I like you again, big man. Good fucking shit. Sends the ball as far as fuck possible. Good interception. Is there a chance to steal it? Not necessarily, but we'll keep the pressure alive. We've somehow managed to give it to them anyway. That's fantastic. There's a break on potentially. Bernardo, good hustle, keeps it alive, and it's going to be a throw-in for Celtic. Bless.
Alistair Johnston is down again, by the way, and we're out of subs.
Oh man, yeah. This is the thing about it. It did not look like a good. It looks so red around the knee. It's so hard to kind of look at that, man. It's a blown kneecap. It has to be. For those of you that don't know in footballing terms, essentially if you go in for a specific like block or challenge, there's a thing where you can do with your knee pops.
Up as a stretcher.
Yeah, his knee's gone. Not good. And just when we're about to get one of our key fucking defenders back for goddamn fitness in Carter Vickers and Taylor, we're going to lose another one potentially in Johnston, but I respect the brass balls on him to get up and walk off that pitch. That right there tells you everything you need to know about the man. Fucking beautiful. He looks pissed off because he knows if he goes off, Celtic have to see this game out with 10 men. There's no more changes we can make. So he'll be desperate to at least like see this game out. He'll want to get on that pitch as soon as possible. But for now, temporarily, Celtic have to defend with 10. .89 minutes gone. This would be the worst fucking way to lose it possible. There is no potential changes we can bring on for this point. We've made them all.
Why is he not allowed on the pitch?
We brought him back on now. It's up and clear away. And they just gave him the magic spray on his knee and sent him back out onto the pitch. Johnston's going to see the game out. That man deserves a fucking goddamn a lot of respect for that. I don't know how many additional minutes it will be, but he's going to be burning through that pain.
I'm just hoping, big man, that he's not like fucked for the next games because we need him.
As long as he's able to see this game out, he's contributed enough to be like, fair enough, big man, you deserve that. But like, honestly, if he's able to be on the pitch, it's not maybe serious. I'd imagine it's like a slight muscle tear or something very minor. Maybe it's just a really bad knock.
Here comes the added time, by the way.
Kyogo with the press. Right idea.
4 minutes added.
4 minutes to see out and the game is done, but there's a chase down. Scales doesn't necessarily deal with it. Still doesn't deal with it. Trusty does though. Oh, fuck off, you fucking prick! Every fucking time these blue bell ends have hit the ground, man. Oh, well, fuck, that one is actually a foul, honestly. That one is a foul. We didn't see the shot pull, but every fucking time, man. Oh, if we concede now, this would actually hurt me in the soul. This would actually fucking ruin me. Do not let it happen.
Let's say their supporters try to rifle up their team to get a winner here.
Time is running thin and fast. You feel like if they're going to go for this, they're going to have to really fire this in with some power. Schmeichel cannot get beaten at his near post. Whatever happens, he cannot get beaten at his near post. For the love of Christ, man, it would be so bad. Kyogo's kind of labelled up like a baseball catcher behind the wall almost. 33 metres to goal. About maybe 35, 40 yards, I'd say. It's certainly within the realms of hitability. But it has to be hit with a lot of power. That's the one thing I will say. So it could be a potential cross. They've gone for a shot straight into the wall. Not cleared though. I thought they were going to give another foul there. Oh my god, they have actually, man. They fall over now. Oh, man. You're literally on the pitch for 2 minutes, you fat prick. Get up. Absolute buffoon of a man, honestly. Look, bro.
Challenge is a 50-50.
This is going to... This is UEFA written all over it, man. Do not let it happen. Halfway through injury time. 92 minutes been and gone. Atalanta have one maybe big final chance coming here. Celtic will do their best to make it as frustrating as possible, but you feel like there's another shot coming in. They don't like they're set up to go for a cross here. Well, they try actually and go for the pit cross. There's going to be another one. Back stick. Takes a big deflection. No one's going to get out to cover that. Please get there.
High post.
Up and high. Not really dealt with. Still awkward.
They're going to play post again. Yep.
Headed away. This is still dangerous, man. Nobody wants to get into the space. Headed over. Fucking hell. Nobody was willing to go with their man towards the edges. It works out in that front, but it could have been dangerous with a better ball into the box. Lovely header, in fairness. Gets up big and early. Manages to beat Trusty, probably for the first time this game, actually. And it sails over the bar into our favour so far. We're hanging on. We're still alive. It's just about there. 1 minute remains. Celtic push everybody forward possible. It's going to be sent as high as possible for Schmeichel. Slight push in the back. It's going to be a foul because of fun course it is. This referee has done the most for them, man, but so far we're hanging in there. We just need to hold out for a couple extra goddamn seconds now. 30 seconds remain. Sent across. Well, that's well taken down by Atalanta. They may have one last chance. Cuts it in. It's going to go through everyone. I think it's a corner kick. And the final chance of the game will come for this corner. This is it. This is the final one. If they... Oh, man. Please. Please just see this one out.
Clear it away and then blow the whistle.
Up and away.
Right, blow the whistle.
And again, flayed
Blow the
away.
whistle. Yes!
We'll take that. That is a fucking good point for us. I'll say we fucking hung on at times. I'll tell you that for free. But the referee did not make it easy for us either, man. Fucking yes! That's a good result. Thank you. Thank you, God. Atalanta get fucking absolutely cheesed by most aspects, but I'll tell you fucking what, man. We deserved that point. Let's go. That's a good, hearty performance. That's how you respond to going like messing things up against Aberdeen. Clean sheet in Europe. Fucking fantastic, boys. We held on there, man. That was lucky in a lot of aspects, but we take it. We absolutely take it. And boys, it gives us something. It gives us something. We're 18th technically right now. Yes. We're above Bayern and Barca. Yes. Oh. That makes me so happy. Is this worth a yes? I'm not sure if it's worth a yes or not. I don't know.
I mean, I just gave a simple applause. I don't know about you, because it was.
Right, this isn't going to be like this isn't going to be like a loud yes, but this is going to be like a relieved yes. You know what I mean? So you don't really need a volume on them for this because it's just going to be very, you know. But gentlemen, for the victory, in my eyes anyway. Yes. Oh shit, Crow's just donated money. How much of what? 20 bucks? Oh fucking hell, man. We'll love to see that, Crowtails. I'll give you a yes then, fuck it. You donated at the perfect time. So for Crowtails and for the draw. Fucking yes! Yes! Thank you, Jesus, man! I don't believe in the big man, but fucking hell, he must have existed for us there. Banging! Wait, what? That is a massive fucking W for us. Massive W. Even though it's not a win, you know what I mean? It's not 3 points, but that is a fucking very good victory. Thank you for the donation, Crowtails. That's very, very kind, man. Thank you very much, man. Let's have a look at the other Champions League results just to make sure that we got the full grips. It's still going on between Brest and Leverkusen, but not 1-1 in that game. And then in our game, we hang on. Oh, I'm so pleased. I'm so pleased. We fucking we hung on in there. But a point against a really good side like Atalanta, Europa League champions, is a good point to take. Absolutely buzzing with that, man. That is top tier across the board. Bless. Oh. Hopefully we'll learn from the mistakes. Johnston isn't damaged too badly. That's my main concern now, is that hopefully Johnston isn't too badly injured or anything like that. That would be worst case scenario.
He's going to be rested for the next game, 100%.
Absolutely. Like, I feel like he's earned it based on that, because that man was injured in the 85th, got up and continued playing for 10 minutes basically. That is ballsy.
We'll find it. We'll find it tomorrow, right? How serious the injury is, if it is an injury. It looks sore though.
I think you're probably right there. Nah, well, I mean, we take the little victories where we can, VFC, mate. I know, obviously, I mean, Aston Villa is probably one of the teams when it first came out that we kind of said we'll lose to them, because away from home, it's different gravy, right? We're not really going to be able to do too much when it comes to playing at Aston Villa. It's just not going to happen in any other aspects, but those types of games, they're the ones that you would expect us to get hammered in, especially after a 7-1 defeat to Dortmund. You feel like bounce back ability was something that wasn't really there, but Trusty deserves so much fucking praise. That boy put in a shift and a half, and that is all I had wanted to see. It is so good, honestly. Looking forward to the Celtic Valley. Oh, honestly, as long as you don't beat us, mate. We'll just say collusion, right? If we both need a point on the specific day, we know exactly what the game plan is. You know what I mean? But I would actually love to see you in the playoffs as well. I mean, you're on really good fucking stead team, man. You're 3 wins for 3, and you've got one of the big games in Bayern down and out. You should be comfortably fine, honestly, because you only need mathematically about 11 points, 10, 11 points to be within a chance of getting into the playoffs. So if you get one more win, Chief, which is most likely going to be that game against Celtic, even if you lose the rest of them, you should be sound. Trusty, I wouldn't say he's man of the match. I'd say he's up there for sure. Like, you can make a case for Schmeichel, you can make a case for fucking basically anyone, honestly. It's just such a deal. So just to assure that honestly that will be a good atmosphere though. That's the one thing I do look forward to. But man, if we go and get the results against the teams that we know we can maybe get our results against, like the young boys in Zagreb, then I mean those two in itself, that gives us 10 points. We qualify. That is, like, you do not realise the amount of optimism I have gotten myself. You know what I mean? Because as Crowtails just said there, and it's a really good point, everybody was critical of this team going into this game, because again, you're coming off the back of a 2-2 draw against Aberdeen. We didn't look particularly threatening on the front foot, and look, we didn't score this game, but there was a different side to this, right? We knew we weren't going to have a lot of chances. We knew that it was going to be a very compressive, concisive game that we had to really take in control, essentially. But over the course of the 90 minutes, the boys, don't get me wrong, they had 10-15 minute stints. I would say about 15 minutes in the second half and about 5 in the first, where Atalanta were just constantly barraging us and we rode our luck big style. I mean, they hit the bar, they had that bounce down off the post, Schmeichel made a really good save, but it's not to say we didn't have chances of our own. You know, they had to make 1 or 2 solid stops at their end of the pitch, so you have to look at it like that, you know what I mean? In the Liverpool game, yeah, because that one's on pretty much in a few minutes basically, right? It was a very, very, very solid performance versus St. Alan. Absolutely, man. I'd absolutely take it. Do you watch Inter for years, or do you watch Bayern and Barca? I would say that I mean, realistically, Bayern and Barca, man. Come on. You know what I mean? Look, that's a big hitter type of game. You've got brilliant youngsters and like Gavi on one side and Musiala and that on the other. Like, that's a game. But you made a really good point there as well, Harry, mate. Absolutely spot on. It will restore a good amount of confidence, you know. It means that we've gone into a top 5, you know, leagues territory and managed to pull something from it. And it wasn't the most convincing performance, admittedly, but I think when you break it down, absolutely not a bad result. I was being, like, you know, pessimistically optimistic when I said that maybe we get a 1-1 draw, right? I am fucking ecstatic with a 0-0 because I was used to seeing us conceding Europe. I always make the assumption whenever I've made a prediction of any kind, even if you go back to the Slovan Bratislava game, I said 4-1 because we always concede in Europe. It's woven into our DNA, so for us not to is fantastic. And like I said, we rode our luck. That's fully understandable. Who cares though? Point plus L plus ratio plus get it up them. We deserved it anyway. It's funny, you know what I mean? Like, I have a lot of respect for Atalanta. They're a good side and they'll very easily go off and have a good run. They're not going to feel too hard done by that, honestly. But at the same time, they'll probably be frustrated as we were against Aberdeen at the weekend, where we're like, we should have scored goals. We had the chances. We should have put them in the back of the net, and we didn't. So, absolute bliss. Exactly. You've hit the nail on the head, AVFC, man. Like, a point is a point, especially for a team of Celtic size and calibre, you know what I mean? We know in European terms, we're what's known as a mid-range team. We're not expected to hit with a big dog, so to go up against the Europa League winner, a team that hasn't conceded in Europe yet, that is more than fine for me, honestly. I'll take that, because over the course of the 90 minutes, we could have conceded a lot more. You can't be a fighter without having something to fight for. Now we have one. Exactly. 2 wins from our remaining 5 games. 2 wins from our remaining 5 guarantees us Europa. Well, not Europa League. What am I fucking saying? Champions League, like preliminary knockout football. It'd be great, honestly. So honestly, a brilliant defensive performance, Patrick. He'll help you as well, bro. I've seen someone subscribe at the corner. I don't think we hit the sub goal for the day. I mean, did we? I'll just load this up and check just to make 100% sure. 14.57. So we gained a couple, in fairness. I think we gained like 5. So to the 5 of you that joined us over the course of the stream, very, very cool. I don't think there's any other results that I need to kind of worry about covering. I'm pretty sure that game between Leverkusen and that ended 1-1, right? Let me just go into this and fully confirm and check. Yeah, 1-1 it did end. So you have to kind of take that at face value and vibe. Take a bit of trust. You know, it's funny as fuck when you consider the dynamic between like 3 days ago and today, because 3 days ago we were, trust it, you fucking stupid cunt, how dare you ever, like, you bitch, never play for us again. After the night, that's why they probably paid $6.5 million for him. And again, we talked about this on the Discord over the last few days, and you can join us. Flash put it in the channel link there. You can join if you would like to. We're talking about it there as well, where essentially, yeah, like if Trusty learns positional defence, he could be a very good player for us. And he was positionally fantastic tonight. Scales made more mistakes than him. That should tell you, because Scales did not make that many mistakes. And for us to be under defensive pressure for a good 80 minutes of that match, I can't say that a single one of them put a foot wrong. You could make a case for any one of the back three, Schmeichel, Trusty, Scales. You could make a case for any one of them having man of the match, because they all brought something to the table that played crucially into us getting a point today. Nah, that is his baptised performance. 100%. That's the one that gets him in with the boys. That's the one that makes him happy.
Anyway, thanks for having me, by the way, because this was a brilliant. This is actually a decent game to watch, despite it being a draw, but it's a fantastic result for us.
Oh.
What I would like to say though is thank you everyone for being here. Thank you sir for having me. I gotta go to now, but what I will be in the Discord afterwards when the big man is done, in case any of you will want to again join us in the Discord and we'll chat about Celtic afterwards. Right now I just got to do a few things.
It's more than fine. I guess I'm the soloing the end of this one, but again, you can go into the description and you can click on Flash's channel as well. You can give him a little follow. I'm pretty sure he should have over 50 subscribers now, so congratulations on your first milestone on YouTube, my guy. We'd love to see it.
Thank you everyone for that. Also, don't remember, before I dip out, remember to like, share and subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribing is free.
Damn fucking straight. I'll catch you in a bit, Flash. Take it easy, my guy.
Hail, everyone.
Hello, you as well, brother. Yeah, I guess if you're asking me to wrap up the key points, throw your questions away. I'm more than happy to answer them. I feel like there's a lot of things that we still might need to necessarily cover, but I usually end it around past. So we got about 5 or 10 minutes, and then we'll wrap it up fully. Honestly, I don't think there's anything to complain about. I don't know who our next game is. I'm pretty sure it's in a few days against Motherwell. I'm not sure when. The 27th. I thought it was the 26th, so good thing I did check that actually. That'll be the next time that we are 100% live, by the way. We always tend to go live about 15 minutes beforehand, so 2:45 PM on the 27th of October. And it might be a Halloween themed stream, or at least I'll try and get some Halloween-ish decorations for that. If not, then I'll probably do it on the 30th, because at the very least, spooky season streams. But I'm more than happy with that. 0-0 is bliss, absolutely. Usually see the game starts all the way around. Yeah, this is kind of how I'd imagine Celtic feel whenever we draw to a Motherwell or an Inverness, It was genuinely a fantastic performance. I don't think there's a single bad thing we can say about it other than the fact that we didn't attack that much. And even then we still made chances, right? And that's when you can tell you've had a good game, because the entire game plan for us was to defend. But we didn't sit in, right? We still tried to engage with them, we still tried to keep them going. I know that we didn't have a lot of the ball, but we were still in again, Get some Dracula teeth in. Welcome to the game. We are here to watch Celtic score 1, 2, 3. No, I'm not going to do that shot, sucker. I don't know. I kind of need to discuss an idea. It might be a community Discord idea where I'll just kind of throw it out and be like, what should I do? And if people give me respectable enough ideas, I might kind of go with that one. That's more than fine, mate. That's more than fine. We'll be wrapping up relatively soon earlier. But it's been a pleasure to have you, Aaron. Absolutely pleasure to have you, brother. I hope you have enjoyed the rest of your weekend. We'll catch you on the Sunday for the Motherwell game if you decide to join us for that, man. But if not, pleasure having you for this one. You take it easy, my guy. All good in the hood, I feel you, honestly. I don't think there's too many kind of key points to rattle over, because a lot of the things that I thought Atalanta would have done right, they did, honestly. Like, the overlapping play for them was fantastic. They made chances, but it literally was, in my eyes, a carbon copy of what happened between us and Aberdeen. Where, like, you can sit there and say Aberdeen deserved the point, but Celtic played better. That's literally how that game went today. Like, yeah, Atalanta played fantastic. They would have honestly deserved the 3 points if they got it. It would have been hard to make the argument otherwise. But you can't dissuade the fact that Celtic hung in there and made it difficult. And granted, we didn't score. It wasn't a 2-2 or any of that type of shit. But what we did do right was make it difficult. And that's all I could have asked us to do, honestly. And for all intents and purposes, we popped off. And I'm pleased and I'm happy. 18 of the table. Yeah, there's a couple of games still to be playing, obviously, with the Champions League ongoing right now. Those games kicking off at 8 o'clock. If you want a rundown of the ones still we played, it's Salzburg and Zagreb, Benfica and Feyenoord, Atletico and Lille, Barca and Bayern, and City and Sparta Praha. So there's a couple of games. And of course, the one that I'll be keeping tabs on, because that's my other team, is Leipzig and Liverpool, also because we play Leipzig next, and I would like to kind of have a full understanding of their 90-minute football, because if I can watch a whole match, that's as good as game as research as any, right? So we kind of take it. Oh, Jesus Christ, absolutely not, man. There's a literal Geneva Convention law about dressing up as the enemy, mate. I can't. I'll be breaking international law by dressing up as Clement. Are you kidding? I don't even think he'll be a Rangers manager by the time fucking Christmas hits. Let's be good. Not even by Christmas, honestly, by the time Halloween hits. You know what I'm saying? You'll get a wee trick or treat bag and you'll look inside it and it'll just have like a "you're fired," like with a mad cupcake with a middle finger on it, you know what I mean? But that's bliss, honestly. You're thrown in the towel, see you next match. Well, thank you very much for joining us, mate, and thank you, of course, for the donation as well, mate. That's honestly top class. You didn't need to do that at all, but it's very much appreciated, man. So, thank you. You take it easy, you enjoy yourself. I'll get ready to wrap up myself, actually, because we're getting to that point. We're getting to that point, indeed. We've got about 2 minutes before we wrap things up ourselves, but I'm in a very good mood now. I was honestly expecting to be depressed as fuck going into the end of this day, but nope, I am vibing, I am happy, and I am pleased. I don't need to give a shit. So, yes. There's also a couple of things I'll be upgrading on this stream soon. My plan's to try and get like a new camera at some point, or at least one that's a little bit better than this at some stage. So, keep an eye out for that at some point down the line as well, if things go as planned. But the next few days is just going to be taking it easy until the 27th, and I should probably bring that up one more time just for those that do want to see it before we wrap things up fully. But before that, I'm going to go on to Spotify and actually get my get the outro music. There it is. Found it. We got there in the end. Righto. So, if you want to join us, this is the kind of next time that we'll be live. But yeah, I think I don't know if there'll be a short uploaded tonight, because there wasn't too many particular moments to speak of. You know, there was no goals to show or anything like that. There's some of the nicknames and stuff like that. The research beforehand, I forgot to close that tab. But yeah, it's all their nicknames and shit. Lindia and Enazuri, but they did not get the victory, so I do not care. Absolute vibes. But that's the next time that we will be live for this one. That's the right tab. Motherwell versus Celtic, 27th October. We'll go live 50 minutes beforehand, but kick-off is at 3. That stream might be a minute or so delayed. I don't honestly know if Flash will be joining us for that one or not. We'll kind of see how it goes closer to the time. But yeah, let's get ready to wrap this up and we'll get ready to boost. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for coming along. If you've been here from the start, fantastic. If you popped in for a minute or so, just as much as appreciated. Thank you for obviously, you know, sticking with me for the whole stream as well. Fantastic, we'd love to see it. We'll be back again, like I said, on the 27th. We'll kind of go from there and we'll bounce back in towards league play. It's always going to be intensive for Puck, absolutely, but for the most part, I'm not worried about it all. I think we've got this on lock and under control, and especially based on that performance, we'll take it. But I appreciate having you on here as well. Like I said, last call, go into the description, sub to Flash, help him out, all that good stuff. To anyone that's still here, thank you very much, enjoy yourselves. And again, we'll see you on Sunday. We'll see you on a good old glorious Sunday for a glorious game of football where we gloriously kick Motherwell's teeth into their throats. Fantastic. And I love Motherwell, they're my second team. Like, you know, in the Premiership, I've had to support anyone who wasn't Celtic, so I like them. But get up them, we'll win, we'll pop off. But until that point, boys, you enjoy yourselves. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for, you know, just making the day a little bit better. And we'll catch you after. Celtic are still the best goddamn team on the planet. We proved it. Catch you after.